Schiavone, the living legend Larry Zbyszko, and the Professor Mike Tenay. We're in South Dakota. We're in the Black Hills, Rapid City, at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center, at the foot of Mount Rushmore, in the Perry, where tonight, for 3 solid hours, World Championship Wrestling and the NWO present the best in professional wrestling. What a weekend it's been. So much to talk about, so much to discuss, and a lot of things happening in the world of pro wrestling. Tonight, as always, we are on the air for 3 solid hours, and we've got a double main event better than ever tonight that we're going to be talking about here tonight in Sioux City, or Rapid City, Iowa. And we're going to go to the ring, first of all, with the beautiful Nitro girls.
I'll start to show off with some class.
You always seem to talk when the Nitro girls come out. Well, you may notice that the Nitro girls are one short. Kimberly is not here tonight. Diamond Dallas Page not scheduled to be on the program tonight. And DDP made it known that if he's not going to be in the building, he did not want his wife in the building, and we can understand why, based on what has happened to her at the hands of the NWO over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, that's smart thinking. Diamond Dallas Page is thinking the New World Order will stoop to no low, Tony. They are a desperate group of men.
Excellent decision by Diamond Dallas Page, especially in light of what we've witnessed over the course of the past week or so involving Eric Bischoff and Kimberly.
The gorgeous Nitro girls, there's AC Jazz and Spikes looking right at us. And ladies and gentlemen, a great crowd on hand, and it's great to have you with us. 2 days removed from Road Wild, just about 40 miles up the road in Sturgis, South Dakota. The living legend Larry Zbyszko, the Professor Mike Tenay. And I know the world is tuning into this program, wanting to know what went down in the main event where Jay Leno and Diamond Dallas Page met Hollywood Hogan and Eric Bischoff. But unfortunately, I was handed a note by the WCW Executive Committee, apparently, that
Wait a minute, hold it.
Well, the man has to take his kudos. You can't deny him that, Tony.
Yeah, even with that jacket on, he needs to take them. Nevertheless, unfortunately, fans, we cannot tell you nor show you what happened during that main event.
What do you mean you can't show them what happened?
Gentlemen, I'm sorry.
It was a great night for World Champ.
I am only an information source here.
Well, I can tell them what happened
You
here.
cannot tell them, Larry. We cannot tell them.
Why?
The stupid Dusty Rhodes gag order thing.
I don't think it's that, but I can tell you this. That a little bit later on in this telecast, the WCW official will come out here, tell us what happened, and show us what went down in the much talked about tag team main event at Road Wild only 2 days ago. But I can tell you, on this program, Goldberg will defend his world title against Ming. And you'll see the Giant and Scott Hall for the World Tag Team title against members of the Wolfpack. That's all coming up a little bit later on. It's time to go to the ring. Don't argue anymore, guys. Our first bout here on WCW Monday Nitro. The Wolfpack will send in tonight in the tag team main event. Sting and Kevin Nash, the former World Tag Team Champions, against Scott Hall and the Giant. That is all later on here tonight, live from Rapid City, Iowa.
Hey, we got a lot going on tonight. Yes, you did say Iowa.
I meant South Dakota.
No, I'm just as confused as you. Who sent down this stupid mandate here about not saying nothing?
It was a magnificent night for World Championship Wrestling in a magnificent setting. Sounds to me like it's the work of the NWO, Larry.
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I mean, if I'm told that a WCW official is going to come out here and tell us what went down, show us what went down later on, then it comes from World Championship Wrestling, guys, all right?
All right, you win.
It better come from WCW.
One, an ovation for Hacksaw Jim Duggan. As he and the Barbarian will meet in this opening bout here on Monday Nitro in the Black Hills in South Dakota. It's our first Nitro visit here. I tell you what we can tell the fans. 360,000 bikers this weekend in Sturgis, Road Wild. Over 30,000 in attendance at the event that night, and it was a great night outdoors, capped off by a Travis Tritt concert. We had a wonderful time, some superb wrestling action, and I can tell you that you can see the encore presentation all this week. As a matter of fact, it begins tomorrow on Encore, the Encore on Viewer's Choice, and also
on the Dish Network as well as a direct ticket and action pay-per-view all this week. So you can see the encore presentation all this week. Oh boy, as Hacksaw Jim Duggan gets started, but right now we can't tell you what happened.
There's a direct ticket right in the Barbarian. Hacksaw still couldn't take him down. He got him over.
We can't even talk about Hacksaw Jim Duggan at Road Wild?
No, we can talk about... Go ahead.
We can?
Yes, we cannot talk about the main event. So why don't you
sit here and talk about Mount Rushmore?
Why don't... Stop it. Why don't you tell the fans what went down? Because the way it ended up with Ming against the Barbarian, the opening bout at Road Wild, it ended up that here came Hacksaw Jim Duggan and once again to the aid of Ming.
Well, it was an outnumbered attack on Ming, 3-on-1. It was the Barbarian, his tag team partner, Hugh Morris, as well as the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, all beating up on Ming, although I have to tell you, Ming did pretty well against those three until Hacksaw Jim Duggan came out. And look at Jimmy Hart physically be involved in this matchup. Cheap shot artist on Duggan.
Yeah, cheap shot. Jimmy Hart will lay his body on the line for his men. Problem is, can he control the Barbarian?
Duggan comes right back up in the Barbarian, raking along the chest.
He's using his head. I had to say that.
Headbutt, but Duggan went down from that, the Barbarian. Into the midsection. And the Barbarian with a blatant chokehold here, right in front of Mickey J, the referee.
Yeah, but Barbarian's within that 5 legal... Well, you're off. You got states, wrong referees.
Yeah, Scott Dickinson and South Dakota. Now we're set.
At least I know what I can't say. The chant of USA begins here. Hair takedown. And the Barbarian, you know, it was... When you go back to Road Wild, Jimmy Hart came off the top rope with a splash on Ming.
No effect.
No effect.
Much like last week with the 2x4 off the top on Ming. No effect.
Then Humorous came out, came off the top with his No Laughing Matter, plenty of effect. But as you said, Mike, Ming continued to get up. And at one time, 3 men were pounding down. Well, that's two wrestlers, and Jimmy Hart were pounding the man down.
2.5.
2.5, thank you. And look at Duggan rise up from that. Into the ropes. And that decked him.
Yeah, he bent over too soon. Barbarian, big tough guy. Just nailed Hacksaw. Not too many guys can take Hacksaw off his feet with a shot in the head, but the Barbarian, he's one of the few.
And listen to this crowd with the chant of USA. You can almost see the look in Duggan's eyes as he hears that chant being revitalized.
Duggan has garnered quite a fan following over the years. Former United States heavyweight champion Duggan, one of the hardest hitters, will send the Barbarian into the top turnbuckle. As you can see, that had no effect. Of course, the Barbarian, master of the headbutt. Duggan now going to the jaw.
And Hacksaw is just a matter of pound the heck out of you.
Now, Duggan has worked on the upper part of the body, no doubt, but that's always been his forte. Pounding right on the trapezius there. To the side of the head, neck region.
He's also wasting time here.
Now it's in the Barbarian. Well, no, he won't. The Barbarian holds on. Double axe handle blow. And Duggan rolls him up. 1, 2. Pending.
Got him.
How about that win? Jimmy Hart.
He was too late.
He was trying to get up top, and then he put it in reverse, and it was too late. And Humorous comes down from the entryway.
From behind, of course.
That's one of Jimmy Hart's main men.
And now, much the way they did Ming on Saturday night, this trio laying in Duggan now. Barbarian, Humorous, and here comes Ming.
Here comes the monster.
Out of the locker room area. First of all, foot to the face of Humorous. He goes down. And now going right to the Barbarian.
He's got him.
The tongue and death grip on the Barbarian. He's got one on Jimmy Hart, too. He's got him on both men.
Jimmy Hart just plain faded.
Can you blame him?
That's probably his best defense.
What do you think you'd do?
Down goes and Humorous comes out.
Oh, security getting in the ring.
Yeah, Doug Dillinger. Well, you know, the Barbarian is down, Ming is down, and Humorous is down. Ming has been like, whoa, he's got
Dillinger!
He's got the tongue and death grip on Doug Dillinger.
Who can control this guy? Well, Duggan's gonna try and settle him down.
He's got it on Duggan. He's like a man possessed.
This is unreal. Duggan came to his rescue and rode wild. More security in the ring. Oh,
He's laid out everybody.
look at the bodies scattered all over Rapid City.
Another member of our security is out.
They just
And
walk right into it.
That's a chokehold.
The Tongan death grip has laid out, what is it, 6, 7, 8 men in the ring.
Get our security guys to the power plant.
There are bodies everywhere at the feet of Ming, a man who later on tonight will get a shot at the world title in Goldberg. And I can tell you, you can see it, Ming is ready for later on here live on Nitro. We'll be back. Goodness.
WCW Monday Nitro is brought to you by Valvoline, the #1 choice of America's top mechanics. People who know use Valvoline.
Welcome back, fans. Me and Gene will be talking to Lex Luger in just a few moments. Before, though, we go there, let's take you back to last week. It was quite a week for Lex Luger. It all began when Sting went in the back and saw Luger face down on the concrete. Here's what happened. Right behind, what's going on here?
That's Sting.
That is Sting, but who is he hovering over there?
Can't tell.
And I can't tell either. It's a member of the Wolfpack. Is that? Well, fans, I'm not so sure. All right, we've been told that is Lex Luger. And Lex Luger has, and Sting just walked right by. Where in the world's he going?
Last time I was seen on national television, I was face down on concrete. Now, I didn't see much, because it was more than one, and it was, as usual, always from behind, but I did see one face crystal clear. And that was the face of the Black and White and Scott Hall. So I say, Armageddon will happen between the Red and Black and White and Sturgis. But in the kind of mood I'm in tonight, I'm not leaving this building until I get a fight with the Red and Black and the Black and White, because I'm not gonna wait till Sturgis. You go get some of your friends for the Black and White, because you think the Wolfpack is falling apart. We're not, because my friends are most definitely in the house tonight.
Lex Luger has made and issued a challenge to the Black and the White NWO for tonight. And he called his friends out, and by golly, here they are. Conan and Sting coming out now with Luger.
I got my friends. You go get yours.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I think it is high time that we brought out the man himself. Here in the Black Hills, please welcome the total package, Lex Luger.
You know, you could tell from those comments that he made last week on Thunder that Luger is going to make it a mission to take apart any member of NWO Black and White.
And who can blame him?
So it was Scott Hall that put him face down.
Why does that come as no surprise to me?
Well, gentlemen, no surprise the reception that this big man is getting here tonight. Tremendously popular as one of the members of the NWO Red and Black. But for the most part, Luger, as you know, Tony, Larry, Mike today, has always been his own man. Lex Luger, great reception here tonight, but we've got to get down to business. The nuts and bolts of some things that happened last week in Denver, Colorado. You got laid out. We identified one of the men as being Scott Hall, but I understand there were others involved in that incident.
No, I'm not one to mince words. I've always felt that action speaks louder than words. But I said there was two guys involved what happened last Monday night. Scott Hall was one, and I got a piece of him on Thursday. Now I want retribution with the other, because I've got solid, ironclad information that the second guy, and I should have figured it a long time ago, was Bret the Hitman Hart.
You're sure about that, Lex?
Absolutely positive. And Bret, The same challenge tonight goes out to you that I had for Scott Hall last Thursday. I'm not leaving this building until I get a fight or a match with you right here.
Okay, I think Bret Hart is in the building, and if he heard that, certainly he has got, whoa, hold on, that's Hart's music.
Now here he comes, Gene. Now we already mentioned that Thursday coming up on Thunder, these two will collide for the U.S. title, but apparently Luger says right now.
Luger wants him tonight right here in Rapid City on Nitro.
Can you blame him?
I think I heard a challenge here, and it was directed to you, Mr. Hart, United States champion.
First of all, you are a damn liar. I was nowhere around last week when you got your butt kicked. You know, to me, I think it just sounds a lot better that 2 guys did it. You know, you should change your story and make it 4 guys did it or 6 guys did it. But you and I know you got your butt kicked by one of the vendors back there, because you're not good enough to be the United States champion.
What about the challenge? Are you going to accept that challenge? He made it here in front of a national audience.
Think you just walk up and challenge me? Why don't you challenge me? One of these punks out here challenge me. Everybody wants a shot. You gotta earn the shot. See, the problem with you is you're just jealous. You are jealous that I'm the United States champion. You are jealous that I'm with Hollywood Hogan like this. And the biggest hurt of them all is the fact that your best buddy Sting is like a brother to me. We respect each other. You hate that, don't you? You hate it, but it's the truth.
I think you're reading a lot of things into this, Lex.
Now, Bret, there's not one thing you have in your relationship with Hollywood, but most of all, your imagined relationship with Sting that I'm jealous about. There's nothing you have that I want other than maybe that belt that's sitting on her shoulder. So I'm putting out the challenge. Either you put the belt up tonight for a title, or I can knock your teeth down your throat right now.
Yeah. That's some pretty strong language. Listen to the reaction of this crowd, Bret Hart. Well,
you want a title match? You got a title match.
oh, here tonight, America, watch out, Lex Luger and Bret Hart, the Hitman, collide for the WCW United States title right here on Nitro. Don't go away, we're in the Black Hills, and we're right back.
One of the things we can't show you from Road Wild a couple of days ago was Chavo Guerrero Jr. coming out with a piece of paper and a notary seal saying that, hey, he's the real television champ. Well, out came Stevie Ray carrying that world television belt, and Chavo said, I'm the television champ, give me the belt. The match did take place, and for most of the match, Chavo ran away from Stevie Ray. A very angry Stevie Ray. As a matter of fact, Stevie Ray was so angry at one time, he stopped chasing the man altogether. But finally, when Chavo got in the ring, it was the slapjack. Stevie Ray came away with the win. Stevie Ray got on the microphone, had some unkind things to say to the gallery, and then proceeded to whip Chavo with the TV belt. Eddie Guerrero came out to stop that. Stevie Ray left still holding the TV belt. I guess one of the stories there, guys, the fact that Eddie came out to help Chavo, and that surprised as much as anything else.
Has to be the most shocking aspect of that matchup. I guess it was just finally Eddie Guerrero's conscience taking over. Uncle Eddie had to come out to rescue his nephew, Chavo Jr.
Wonder if he's trying to uncreate the monster he made.
Yeah, but I wonder if you could even trust Eddie Guerrero is another thing. You know, Chavo's been getting a lot of attention. some of it unfavorable, but he still has been getting a lot of attention, especially since he's become the man he's become. Key lime green and all. Here's the Disco Inferno. It's supposed to be,
Not on my lineup.
Yeah, it's Eddie Guerrero and Tokyo Magnum one-on-one.
Well, I guess wherever you see Tokyo Magnum, you will definitely see Disco Inferno. And, well, is that going to be Alex Wright's music, or is that just Tokyo Magnum coming out to Alex Wright's music?
We have seen both, and we can only wait. Well, it's going to be Alex Wright.
There it is.
Coming out to Tokyo Magnum's music.
Coming out to his own music. But usually Tokyo Magnum comes out to Alex Wright's music.
We got an alien.
Well, fans, if you joined us for Run Wild, you know that there was a little friction at the end of that Alex Wright Disco Inferno Public Enemy match, and it had to do with friction between Alex Wright, Tokyo Magnum, and even really Disco and Tokyo at the end of that match.
Well, it seemed like every time Tokyo Magnum tried to help out the tag team of Disco Inferno and Alex Wright, it backfired. And then how about Alex Wright actually walking out on his tag partner, Disco Inferno, leaving him to take the brunt of the triple stack from Flyboy Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge, the Public Enemy.
Oh mein Gott, alles machst du falsch. Ich hab die Nase voll von dir, das ist weiß.
Oh, speak English so I can understand you.
You stupid little Japanese. I'm so disappointed in you. You fumbled the ball big time lately. You know what you should do? You should commit harikiri.
You understand what we're saying? You've been screwing up a lot lately, Tokyo. If you're going to continue to worship and idolize us, you need to start performing at a level like these two guys. So tonight, you've got Eddie Guerrero, and you better do good, and you're on your own. Yeah? You got that? All right, you're on your own. Sayonara, sucker.
A much different and very humble Tokyo Magnum, knowing seemingly that he has let these two down. But to be honest with you, as long as they're out of there, it's fine with me.
Well, he doesn't deserve that kind of a verbal browbeating from those two.
I don't even think he knows what they said.
Probably better off.
Well, you could tell he was not as animated as usual coming out, didn't do any dancing of his own, didn't take off the tights and that flamboyant style that he's been taking, or his warm-ups that he's been using. But here comes Eddie Guerrero making his way out, and we can pick up with that story of why, what was the motivation, what was the reasoning for Eddie Guerrero to come out and help Chavo. Something that we thought should have happened a long, long time ago, never really did. And now the fact that he comes out months later, after he's done what he's done to his young nephew, seems really out of place to me.
I don't know, blood thicker than water? What else could it be?
Well, in a real situation with close family members, that would happen. But that has been anything but the case, as we know, with Eddie and Chavo Jr.
Just difficult to draw a conclusion as to why he would come out and save Chavo at that point.
Well, maybe, just maybe, the family got together and they got with Eddie, all the uncles and family members and grandma got together, so we've had enough of it. You know, you need to go in there and take care of young Chavo Jr. He's lost it. Nevertheless, we will have this one-on-one matchup, Eddie and Tokyo Magnum. Tokyo Magnum, great kick.
Boy, nice spinning reverse kick. Got Eddie right in the solar plex. Tokyo Magnum, good wrestler and great with the mat techniques, too. I don't know if he'll be able to keep up with Eddie's speed, or Eddie very fast.
Tokyo hits the turnbuckle hard. Eddie leaped into the air and missed it. Tokyo sends him head first to the center of the ring. Well, fans, you heard it moments ago. The total package Lex Luger and Bret the Hitman Hart wears a tilt-the-world backbreaker. Will not wait for Thunder. They will have a match for the U.S. title here tonight. You combine that with Sting and Kevin Nash against Scott Hall and the Giant for the World Tag Team title. Goldberg defending the World title against Ming. It's a sensational triple main event all here tonight live.
It's a night of champions this evening on Nitro. Off the top, there's the frog splash.
He caught him. And he beat him with it, did Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, he caught him flush from way up yonder.
Guerrero, you look at the face and you try to read anything into that, I'm not sure.
I'm back, baby! So get ready, cause
Who's he telling to get ready? That's right, I don't know. That's the question right here, though. Tokyo Magnum came in. Eddie Guerrero, I mean, he's on the money. Sharp as a tack, spun him around, dropped him on the small of the back. Again, hard to keep up with the speed and the ability of Eddie once he's focused. And Tokyo Magnum found out the hard way Do not take the wooden yen.
Still a lot more to come here from Rapid City, South Dakota live. And don't forget, triple main event. All here tonight, including Goldberg defending the world title against an uncontrollable Ming. World Tag Team title. Scott Hall and the Giant against Kevin Nash and Sting. And yes, Luger and Bret Hart for the U.S. title. That's all here tonight. We come back on Monday Nitro. Saturday Road Wild was just that when you talk about the triangle match as Raven, Saturn came out, and of course Canyon, the other man in that three-man triangle match. It was absolutely wild. As a matter of fact, Canyon and Saturn were going at it, and obviously Raven was having a good time just sitting in the corner. Finally, Saturn and Canyon realized, hey, we need to take Raven apart, and that's what they started to do. They did until they got mad about who would make the pin. Of course, the man who makes the pin is the man who wins. Raven countered with Raven's rules with that chair, taking the men apart. The fight went on the outside. It went up the stage area, and then a triple superplex off the top. All three men, just showing how wild the match was. Lodi got involved as well on the outside, as well did Horace with that stop sign. But in the end, it was the Death Valley driver from Saturn. Saturn is the man that comes away with his hand raised in the air, winning the triangle match. And really, I don't know, Mike, today, if you could call it winning or not, surviving the triangle match is what he did on Saturday night.
Well, it certainly was a wild one. It rode wild between those three. And it was almost like there was a point in that matchup where you could see the light bulb go off. And Saturn and Canyon both realized that they had that common enemy in Raven. But both men so badly wanted to get the pinfall on Raven that they would make the save back and forth. But finally, in the end, it was the Death Valley driver applied by this man, Saturn, that gained him the victory in the triangle match.
And then we're back to the same situation of survival between Saturn and Canyon. Both men just as capable of taking each other out as the next. This is going to be a toss of the coin matchup here.
We have a capacity crowd on hand here in Rapid City, South Dakota. We have been in the Black Hills, of course, for a few days, including Road Wild this past Saturday.
Canyon, you were supposed to be my partner twice and did show up tonight. Get out here.
Saturn calling Canyon out for a one-on-one matchup because the man did not show up twice for tag team matches.
Well, that's true. Back-to-back events where Canyon and Saturn were scheduled as a team. Raven, of course, was claiming that Canyon was with him all the time.
Fans, once again, want to remind you, if you want to see Road Wild again, or if you missed it the first time, want to see the encore presentation, it's available beginning tomorrow on Viewer's Choice, the Dish Network, Action Pay-Per-View, and Direct Ticket with DirecTV. So make sure you make the appropriate phone call to order the encore presentation of Road Wild, and watch out, they're getting into it already, these two. Didn't take, he tried to catch him, and then belly to belly's the man over the top. Good move by Saturn.
Well, this match just picks up right where the triangle match left off at Road Wild. Look at those knee lifts.
Well, Saturn's brutal individual. I mean, from Russian Sambo on to Kempo, he brings those knees up right in your ribs. Even if you try to suplex him, he's bringing them knees up into you. He doesn't stand still, and that's a good sign. When you stand still, you get hooked.
Of course, both of these men known for being innovators of offense. Moves that we haven't ever seen before. Saturn can beat you so many ways, like you talked about, Larry, like that submission wrestling style. He can also beat you off the top rope.
Well, Saturn's more traditional than Canyon. Canyon's the one that really put the double whammy on some moves here and out slick you. But Saturn, he just comes, right at you with real, just hardcore, down-to-earth submission tactic. But he ran into one right there.
I don't know, he has some awful creative suplexes that he'll hit you with from time to time also. Oh, with a right hand from Canyon.
One thing we've known about Canyon, too, is his intensity. Not only that, his ability to take a lot of punishment and come back. Not only is he revolutionary with these moves, but we've seen some fatal moves applied to him, and the man keeps coming back.
That's great. When I say something, Mike, you say yes.
Up and down. Rolls him over. Got a 2 count.
That time pulled it up a little too high and had too much weight past the shoulders to the back of the neck.
Oh, it's another move.
Talk about the back of the neck.
Another brand new move that we've not seen.
That's just some.
One, two's got him down, but boy, good move to get out of that by Saturn.
Yeah, scissors the head, drives him face first to the mat, then rolls over and he gets a pinfall attempt.
We talked before the break, fans, about triple main event and 3 title matches. Well, it doesn't stop there. We also look at our lineup, we have actually 5 title matches here tonight for you. All major titles in WCW will be on the line here tonight during the remainder of this program.
Well, that was a unique way to apply the flapjack. Hooks the leg, gets 2 in the kick out from Saturn.
Yeah, he hit him where it hurts, but again, Kanyon had too much weight too high up, and that let Saturn kick up. Nice roll up here.
Couldn't hold him down, though.
Kanyon had a nice aggressive move right there, but you got to stay on the guy. Go.
We'll send him back to the ropes now. And a sleeper hold applied. And a great way to get out of a basic maneuver that time, just pulling the man back, but that will not stop him. You can see the determination on Kanyon's face, and now it's Saturn.
Look at Saturn won't stand still long enough, and needed Kanyon to put it on.
He falls on Kanyon, 1, 2, but he couldn't hold him down. Kanyon ducks, he goes back to the sleeper again. How about that?
Kanyon's got good arms for a sleeper. They're not really big, but they're long and strong. Wrap it around you like a boa constrictor and just cut those veins off.
And check out the ring positioning. Has that sleeper applied perfectly, middle of the ring. Referee Mickey J checking. That would be only 2.
Here comes Saturn again. Good call, boy. Jawbreaker to get out of it. And once again, we have seen Saturn escape repeated sleeper holds here, many different ways.
He's a tough guy, Saturn. He knows the basics, knows the escapes, and right there, that's a nice suplex.
Both men hit very hard, as you can see, and Mickey J hovering over both. It's Saturn, hands and knees to try to make a cover, and does. He gets a 2, but that's all he can get. As Kanyon kicked away. Great contest here. One-on-one, 2 men who were supposed to be tag team partners a couple of times. Obviously, as you saw from the stills from Road Wild, still didn't see eye to eye, and that Russian leg sweep, after he ducked his head, took Saturn right out.
Looks like Kanyon also hit the back of his head on the mat. Both men down.
Saturn ducked too quick. Kanyon went back, but they both went back so fast, Kanyon about knocked himself out.
Wild swing. He missed, as you can see, and now Kanyon has put him up top. It's a very tough spot for Saturn to be in. And Kanyon wasting no time. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my.
A neck breaker move that was. Whoa.
Right over the top rope. And I thought it was a darn good move. Didn't waste any time climbing up there himself. 1, 2.
Wait a minute, it was 3 or what?
Was not.
2?
Got the shoulder up, only 2.
He didn't waste any time climbing up, but he wasted a lot of time making the pin. And it appears as if Saturn doesn't have much left here.
Yeah, well, Kanyon was too close to the ropes. He hesitated a little bit. Well, go.
Don't need the okay from the fans.
Oh, boy, that gave him ample opportunity. Saturn to rise to his feet, and all of a sudden, the tide has turned.
Yeah, I don't know if the crowd got him or if Kanyon is keeping his eye open for Raven. You never know here what's going to happen.
We've seen a lot of that. We talked about it at Road Wild, a lot of showboating, looking out to the fans.
Uh-oh.
Good block
Look at
by
Kanyon.
Kanyon.
Fight it.
They're both blocking.
Oh, my goodness. That was raw power that time that pulled him off. Saturn did not even wait till he got up top. He just pulled him out, and all of a sudden, who's this?
That's Lodi, of course.
That's what Kanyon might have saw running around back there. You never know.
But what's Lodi doing here? Well, here's what he's doing here. He's got the attention of the referee for Raven. Puts the even flow on Saturn. Saturn being his target.
It was a great distraction. Lodi did his job.
He certainly did. And Kanyon rolls over. I'm not even sure that he realizes where he is.
I doubt it. He was face first in the mat.
And he's going to make a cover, and he's going to win the match. And he did not even realize that Raven came out. Neither did Mickey J. Look at the face of Kanyon. Hold on, fans. Hold on. We have sent a camera to the backstage area. Something's going on back there. Something's broken down, and there it is. As you can see, it's Ming again. That's more of WCW security, and he's got a tongue and death grip on these men. He's already wiped out 2 members of our security staff, and he's got 2 more down.
I tell you, there's no one back there that can stop him.
Who's going to control this monster?
I mean, the man's got a world title bout to come, and he is absolutely uncontrollable. Could this be the night where Goldberg loses? Welcome Welcome back to Monday Nitro. Once again, the Nitro Girls are going to come out, as we said earlier, without Kimberly. Kimberly, of course, not here because Diamond Dallas Page not here. The smart move, if he's not here, make sure his wife's not around. He'll be under attack, possibly by the NWO Hollywood.
Hey, they'll try anything.
As the Nitro Girls come out, as you know, our Nitro Party has been brought to you all season long by Mug Root Beer. The foam goes straight to your brain, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to announce the next and newest grand prize winner of the Ultimate WCW sponsored Nitro Party. As promised, Mean Gene Okerlund and those lovely Nitro Girls will be the grand prize Nitro Party, broadcasting live cut-ins on the Nitro here, the Nitro program. You'll be able to watch live action directly from the party during Nitro, Monday, August 31st. And now here's our grand prize winner. It's Scott Wilson, the students from Wapakoneta High School in Wapakoneta, Ohio.
To Wapakoneta High School. We're going to have our own presentation of our own Nitro Girls.
So on Monday, August 31st, Mean Gene and the Nitro Girls will be going to Wapakoneta, Ohio. How about that?
What?
Wapakoneta?
Is that what it was?
Not sure.
You said it. Get your states right.
I guess I did.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest live on Monday Nitro.
Sick boy ain't any better.
Then what?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Well, I guess he's still sick. That's what they're saying.
He ain't any better than Lodi.
We know that.
That's a given.
Sick boy in this one-on-one matchup should be very exciting. Next matchup here live on WCW Monday Nitro. Fans will let you know that this Thursday, the 13th of August, WCW's Thunder returns to Fargo, North Dakota, at the Fargo Dome. Ticket to the box office, Sunmark, Discontent Datings, and the NDSU Memorial Union. Steve Mongo McMichael comes out. And tomorrow we're going to be in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at the Sioux Falls Arena for a big night of television taping. That's tomorrow night. We'll start at 7 o'clock local time in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Tickets still available at the Sioux Falls, South Dakota Arena box office in all Ticketmaster locations. Steve Mongo McMichael and Sick Boy to go one-on-one. Steve McMichael came up. Look at this.
We can see the fuse McMichaels has none. Lodi got a shot in.
How about that? Right in the back, in the lower ribs by Lodi, as Nick Patrick was involved in all that, and that's given now Sick Boy a chance to get the offense going here.
No, McMichaels had a little bit more of a fuse on him. He wouldn't have rushed into disaster like that much. He just fell for the trap. They knew how to get him.
For Saturday at Road Wild, Brian Adams fell victim to the tombstone pile driver of Steve Mongo McMichael. Mongo not only had to beat Brian Adams, he also had to take care of Vincent.
Up on top, and what is seen, and it certainly is no great move. What is seen, certainly no. Here's a cover first.
But yeah, Mongo, big, strong guy, and you're gonna have to really wear him down before you start trying to pin the man. I mean, where's he going? Yeah, sneaky.
Yeah, springed into a jumping back elbow and a 2 count. Mongo gets the shoulder up.
Mongo's win over Brian Adams was seen as an upset, and that's not any shortcomings on Mongo McMichael. That's just experience talking there, and the fact that he would go in against 2 members of NWO Black and White and win it against a man as powerful as Brian Adams just shows you how far in a short period of time Steve Mongo McMichael has come in this sport.
Of course, Mongo also still behind that driving force to reform the 4 Horsemen.
Sick Boy now, though, on the offense, and there's Lodi at ringside as well. And stretching the rules as far as he can, Sick Boy. You know, Sick Boy, even though he's a member of the flock, which means he certainly bows down to Raven, here's a very talented wrestler.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's in great physical shape. Mongo about took his head off. But again, Sick Boy's a man you cannot cut any slack to. He can hurt you. And again, Lodi out there, always going to attract one of your eyeballs.
Yeah, no question that there's some talent among those members of the flock. With Sick Boy, of course, we've been awful impressed by Kidman, but whoa, thought he was going to go for the tombstone. Just tilt-a-whirl slam that time by Mongo.
I tell you, that's power there.
Mongo poised, now the three-point stance, waiting and sending Sick Boy down. Mongo again, calling out to the fans one more time, maybe so.
Just waiting for Sick Boy to get to his feet. Another three-point stance. Here we come again with the shoulder block.
Runs right over him that time, clipping the knees out from underneath of him. And Mongo hit hard as well, look at that. Hit his forehead on this turnbuckle pass.
Yeah, it took a little too long. I think Sick Boy was setting him up. Got him hooked.
Going to try for the cure, that double underhook. Nice back body drop to counter by Mongo.
Again, raw power saved Mongo.
Pick up.
Uh-oh.
There it is. Tombstone pile driver, that's all she wrote. Lodi tried to get in, then he dropped down, thought better of it. And your winner, you can certainly say on a roll right now, Steve Mongo McMichael. Fans still to come. Goldberg will defend the world title against a man tonight who's nothing less than possessed. Ming and a whole lot more. Stay with us. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, on WCW Monday Nitro, and we're beginning our second hour with an explosion. Still to come. For the remaining 2 hours of this program, we have 5 title matches. 5 of them, including Goldberg and Ming for the world title, including NWO Black and White. We're talking about the Giant, Scott Hall, the World Tag Team Champs, against the former champs, Sting and Kevin Nash of NWO Wolfpack. Also, Lex Luger will go after Bret Hart. And the U.S. title, the Cruiserweight title on the line tonight, the TV title on the line tonight, I guess in many ways. We gotta say it's a TV title, although we're still not sure. And a whole lot more here tonight on WCW Monday Nitro from Rep City, South Dakota. Uh-oh, it's Hollywood Hogan music. Now, once again, I want to remind my colleagues here, I know the first thing that you want to talk about is what happened 2 days ago in Sturgis at Road Wild in the main event match.
Of course it is.
We cannot talk about it. We cannot show you right now. But still to come later in this program, a WCW official will come out, tell us what happened. We all know. For you millions of fans that watched it Saturday night, you know too. He'll tell us about it. He'll show us what went down. Okay?
If you insist.
I don't insist. I mean, it's
I know you're just the messenger.
Just the messenger boy. Hogan, Bischoff, Disciple. Well, the fans here know what went down too. Listen to them.
Well, let's see how they try to cry their way out of this one.
About it. Okay?
I didn't say anything when it happened. I'm just wondering how they're going to cry out of this one.
You can't say anything, Larry. There's going to be a gag order again, okay? And it's going to be directed at me this time.
I don't think we're that lucky.
Yep. I'm not going to go there. So let's see what they say. Let's see if they've got a gag order.
You know, I generally don't like coming to South Dakota, but I gotta tell you, you people making it an exception. When I see the kind of love that is in this house for this man, it just warms the cockles of my heart. I gotta tell you, I love it.
Well, you know, Mr. Bischoff, the whole wrestling world's in a whole hell of a lot of trouble now, brother. The guns are loaded. I've got all the clowns out of my life. Jay Leno's been put on the shelf, brother. And Diamond Dallas Page, I'm getting ready to dust you
under the carpet. But now that Hollywood, Black and White, NWO, has all these NWOites back on track, they're all focused with me. And as they worship the ground, as I walked in to the building tonight, the one request from all the NWOites was the only thought on my mind. And that's, we want our world heavyweight title back. So WCW, that ugly, freaky, ball-headed Goldberg, I'm putting WCW and Goldberg on notice that the clock is ticking. I've beaten every wrestler in the world, and there's no wrestler in the world that can beat me. The WCW, I want my title shot sooner than later, brother. You're gonna be getting a call from the NWO lawyers. All the paperwork is gonna be shoved on your desk. And if you don't want any more disasters, if you want to save what little face you have left, bring me Goldberg on a silver platter, and I'll stuff my fist down his throat, rip his heart out, and bring the NWO back to all these people out here that love me and worship me. Now that we're focused, we're not only here to serve, we're here to protect. And Mr. Bischoff, out of the kindness of his heart, has got a little public service message for you just to make sure that the whole wrestling world will be safe tonight. Tell him, boss.
Well, first of all, before I make this point, I want to hope that somebody in WCW can find the stills from the Leno Page disaster, because I would really like to see it again myself. But I want to point out that since Ming has decimated WCW security, and since I love you people so much, and all of the wrestlers in WCW, not just Hollywood, we've talked about it, and we have decided that Hollywood's NWO will provide ringside security tonight for our title match between Ming and Goldberg, because we wouldn't want anything bad to happen to Goldberg. We're doing it for you, we're doing it for Goldberg, we're doing it for our love of this sport. And of course, we're doing it for all of you. So we'll all see you out here again in just a little while.
First thing I wanted to say was, can you believe what you heard?
No.
You can believe it. Ming, there's no question, we've seen it. Ming has wiped out the entire WCW security.
I'm gonna tear Diamond Dallas Page apart. I'm gonna get that big sleazy Kevin Nash. I'm gonna put Sting, I'm gonna put everybody in their place, and then I'm gonna beat Goldberg. 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of the ring, brother. Because Hollywood is definitely for life.
In the same interview, now catch this, and fans, in the same interview, Hogan threatens to take Goldberg apart, and Eric Bischoff says, so it'll be a fair match later on. NWO Hollywood will act as security since WCW security's been taken out.
Well, Tony, it's quite obvious that Hollywood Hogan knows that there's only one way to make the NWO Black and White the most powerful force in professional wrestling, and that's to once again capture that world's heavyweight title from Goldberg. But I don't know, this doesn't smell right, this ringside security.
This doesn't smell right, and the fact that Goldberg already has his back up against the wall from what we've seen from Ming here tonight.
Well, of course, look at Hogan comes out here and says he wants Goldberg on a silver platter. He couldn't even beat him on the wrestling canvas. So, of course, the New World Order is up to no good. Any idiot can see that.
Ladies and gentlemen, not only Goldberg and Ming still to come here tonight, but it will also be NWO Black and White, NWO Red and Black. It will be for the World Tag Team title. Scott Hall and the Giant, the World Tag Team champions, against the former champions, Kevin Nash, Big Sexy, of course, and Sting, and plus, don't forget, Lex Luger and the U.S. Heavyweight Champion Bret the Hitman Hart say they will not wait until Thunder. They will have their U.S. Heavyweight title bout here tonight. And that's all here tonight. Plus, The TV belt's on the line, we understand. The Cruiserweight belt's on the line. 5 title matches here tonight. But as you said, Larry, as we've been talking about, Mike, I think there's more trouble for Goldberg than any night ever tonight, facing a man possessed like Ming, a wild man, who's taken everybody apart, and now a promise from NWO Hollywood, NWO Black and White, they're going to be at ringside.
Well, the Monster Ming has been absolutely uncontrollable. I'm just thinking about those 2 title matchups tonight. What a great opportunity this is for the NWO Red and Black attack. The Wolfpack to move right back into that title picture. Luger in the challenging role for the U.S. title, as well as the NWO Wolfpack with a shot to get back the World Tag Belts.
You know, all of a sudden, Team Hollywood wants to be there. What if they're recruiting Ming?
Hold on. I'm being told something here. Okay, fans, we have just been given a message now from production that there has been a response from the Wolfpack, from the Red and the Black, to what the White and the Black just said, from what Eric Bischoff just said. They said that they, being the Wolfpack, they're going to be out here at the end as well, that what the NWO Hollywood just said is BS, that they're going to be out here as well.
I mean, the Black and the Red are going to be out.
What, for the title match?
For the title matches. When Goldberg faces Ming later tonight, not only will NWO Hollywood be out here, but the Wolfpack members are going to come out as well.
All right, well, now we'll keep it fair and square for Goldberg.
Yeah. Now, we'll find out about Protect and Serve now.
It's going to be one wild main event still to come here on Nitro. We welcome you back to Monday Nitro, and this is a big weekend for on-sale dates for big events coming up in the month of September as well as in the month of October. This coming Friday, August 14th, tickets go on sale for our next pay-per-view spectacular, which is Fall Brawl 98. The event will be held at the Lawrence Joe Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Winston-Salem, North Carolina on Sunday, September 13th. But tickets go on sale this Friday at the Winston-Salem box office, Coliseum box office on Ticketmaster locations. Stevie Ray makes his way out also this Saturday, August 15th. Our October pay-per-view, as you know, is always Halloween Havoc. Once again this year, Halloween Havoc will be at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It'll be Sunday, October 25th, that date. Tickets go on sale this Saturday, August 15th at the Garden Arena box office and Ticketmaster locations. Conan and the Nitro Girls will be in the box office Saturday at 10 a.m. when tickets go on sale for Halloween Havoc in Las Vegas on Sunday, October 25th. Here comes there went your World Television Champion. You still buy that?
Are you kidding? World's TV Champion? I don't think so. Keep waiting to hear from Booker T on this, but he remains silent.
Who's he calling?
He's looking for his horse, of course.
Should have known.
I tied him up outside.
Well, that's what happened. He tied him up outside. He broke loose. He's down the prairie somewhere.
Pepe right here! Chavo! Chavo, Pepe's over here! Chavo! Chavo! He's missing you, bro! He was lost. He couldn't find you. I found him in the back. He wants to come. He's right here for you, baby.
You know what, Pepe?
Chavo! Pepe wants to talk to you. Come on. Come on, Chavo. Pepe's waiting for you. Come on. Come on. Come on, Chavo.
Chavo, go. Something obviously is going.
Where'd he go?
It's gone wrong in the bag. I don't know if Pepe is kicking and bucking once. Jericho has broken Pepe. Now, hang on here. It's supposed to be Chavo Jr., Stevie Ray in a rematch from Road Wild for the television bout. And what cause does Jericho have about this?
I don't know. What's he going to consider? Pepe another one of his trophies? He's just walking right to the ring like he's going to take this title match.
He is the former Cruiserweight champ.
And isn't that great to say? Former.
Listen here, Stevie Ray. Since Chavo's busy in the back with Pepe, you seem to be looking for somebody to challenge you for this belt. Well, let me tell you this. You're not the only guy from the streets, brother. I grew up on the mean streets of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I am one bad mamma jamma. So if you want to try me on this one, I'll take you on right here in front of all these wonderful Jerichoholics tonight.
Hey, sucker! I didn't come all the way to Rapid City to hear somebody run their mouth. So if you want a shot at this, sucker, let's get it on.
Hey, Stevie Ray's fully capable of making Jericho a trophy.
Well, we're going to show you a little bit later on the new cruiserweight champ, Juventud Guerrera. He'll be out here, but right now, Jericho is going to vie for the television belt that we often think, and I think rightfully think, is really not Stevie Ray's to defend. But Chavo, obviously, you saw what happened.
Yeah, not unless you buy that bogus power of attorney do we think he's the actual champion.
Chavo lured in the back by Jericho and then beaten up. Now Jericho and Stevie Ray, you saw Mark Curtis, the referee, hold the belt high. This is for the TV belt. And an angry Chris Jericho will make his way back to the ring.
Well, I tell you, a championship belt will get in your blood. When you have one, you're in heaven. When you lose it, you gotta get one back, and Jericho obviously trying to get his hands on some more gold.
I tell you, we need to really focus on this match, but it's difficult too in many ways when you think about the fact that Goldberg must defend the world title against one of the most dangerous men he'll ever face in Ming. The streak obviously in jeopardy, but you combine that with the fact that NWO Hollywood said they're going to come out as security, that they're going to come out and make sure no one gets involved. Yeah, right. And then the Wolfpack told us that they're going to be out here as well.
Now, what does that make it? Almost like a lumberjack match between those two for the world's title?
They're all going to be out here. You never know what's going to happen.
I don't make it, but I tell you, it does take the pressure off Goldberg worrying about the black and the white with the red and the black out there. So,
well, you would think so.
Well, you would think.
But it's every man's goal to be world champion, and that's regardless of where your allegiance is.
Yeah, but the only one that can win it tonight is Ming.
Tonight, whoa. A roll up, 1, 2. Jericho almost had him, only got a 2 count though. And he runs right into a big foot from Stevie Ray.
Yeah, size 15 there.
Nevertheless, what went down, first of all, is a big-time world title match later on tonight has even gotten bigger when Wolfpack members and Hollywood members will all be out. NWO will be at ringside for Goldberg and Ming for the world title.
Hung him out to dry with a front suplex. Jericho's midsection across that top steel cable.
What a move, and over the, Stevie Ray hit hard.
He threw the whole section out.
Now Jericho has an opportunity here that he can try to take advantage of, tries to balance up on top. Big crossbody, actually nailed him on top of the head coming down. Jericho hurt his hand.
Well, he hit the cement. I think he was too far away. Stevie Ray got a look at it, dangerous stuff. These guys are taking such high-risk maneuvers and paying high price tags.
Well, that's why they call it high risk. You can see Jericho, for the moment, favoring his wrist. Seems like he's quickly recovered. Head back up to the top again, sure.
Up on top is the former cruiserweight champ, Chris Jericho, up and down. And Stevie Ray caught him. And a big power slam at the top.
Yeah, Jericho has to take these high-risk maneuvers to try to beat Stevie Ray, and it's backfiring on him. He may be a trophy yet.
Into the ropes. Back body drop, and down goes Jericho again. Fans, very quickly, we understand any moment a WCW official will come out here and tell us what went down in the main event at Road Wild on Saturday and show us what happened. We are not allowed to talk about it or show you until that time. Now, Jericho sent in, up. Great move that time by, what agility. In midair, came away with a drop kick that time. Great leg extension.
That's a great move. Caught Stevie Ray off guard. He didn't expect that. Jericho, he got him again.
Yeah, as much as we dislike Jericho's whining, there's no question he's proven himself in the squared circle. 5 times cruiserweight champion. Trying to, referee Mark Curtis.
Look at we had a referee and security guys.
Boy, they're dropping like flies everywhere. Here, and Jericho gets run over by Stevie Ray. Mark Curtis still down in a heap. And what's this about?
What's he doing?
The Giant?
There's no right to come out here in this match.
The Giant headbutts Stevie Ray from behind.
Just when he looked like he was going to set him up for the slapjack.
Why?
What is the point? Well, I think we're going to find out what the point is.
It's a choke slam. Look how high in the air Stevie Ray was put by the Giant. And Jericho's covering the referees. What?
He's trying to wake him up.
That's what he's trying to do, sure.
Trying to wake up the referee. Jericho, this is an afterthought here.
It's a big man to turn for that lion tamer, but after the choke slam.
Well, he can't even give up. He's out.
Yeah, he's out.
Sure.
Mark Curtis realized the man was out. There was no giving up there.
We have a new champion?
We have a new television champion. Chris Jericho, aided incredibly by the Giant of NWO Hollywood.
And out of nowhere came the Giant.
Jericho's going to be full of himself now.
I can't explain the reasoning behind that at all.
Why would the New World Order back Jericho?
I'm afraid to ask. I'm afraid to even think what the answer might be.
Oh, they got guts all last. Look here, Jericho. I mean, great athlete that he's cut Stevie Ray off guard with some movement. Stevie Ray, power and agility for a big man, was way ahead on points. Even absorbing the shot here, but clever move by Jericho. You can't underestimate this kid. Not here, not. This was his guardian angel. Came out of the blue rock. I have no idea that he leveled Stevie Ray. Jericho wound up with more gold.
By this time, as we said, Stevie Ray already out cold. And from the back kick from Jericho through the choke slam, it seems to be a big setup to me. And that's just part of the other circle. Hopefully we'll get some answers a little bit later on. But your new World Television Champion is Chris Jericho. There he is. Boy, the jerk rises to the top once again. And we'll have more. Still, more title matches to go here tonight live. Stay with us. We're back on WCW Monday Nitro from Rapid City, South Dakota. We've been joined by Bobby the Brain Heenan. And boy, Goldberg is quite a predicament tonight. Must go up against Ming for the world title. And we'll have... Hold on, Brain, I want your reaction to that, but I must stop.
They really love it. Let's see what's going on here first.
Bischoff joins back out here.
Who knows?
Bischoff came out earlier with Hollywood Hogan. They said they would provide security for the Goldberg match. Yeah, right.
I tell you, this is very dangerous for Goldberg. Not only is the title at stake, so's his one loss record.
Cut the music. You know, Liz, as assistant to the president of this fine organization, you have a first-hand familiarity with just how difficult it is on a day-to-day basis to make some of the decisions that need to be made here. And fortunately for all of you fans and for this entire industry, I am really the best of the best in that regard. And as an example of the kind of executive decision-making that I do on a daily basis, after listening to this weak restraining order situation that evidently exists, preventing all of you from seeing photographs and getting an update on the Jay Leno DDP disaster from Saturday night, I've taken it upon myself to violate this restraining order because I love each and every one of you, and you have a right to see what happened Saturday night at Road Wild. You have the right to see evidence of the results of that match. And as you're about to see, let's roll it. Hollywood Hogan and moi made our way to the ring amidst incredible adulation from the crowds, and Hollywood Hogan once again manhandled both Jay Leno, as you can see right there, and Diamond Dallas Page. I had to do what I had to do to Diamond Dallas Page. But I'll tell you what, my hat's off again to Hollywood Hogan, the real champion of the world, for taking control of the situation and defeating Jay Leno and DDP. Now, one last thing. Do not watch The Tonight Show tonight, because Jay Leno is a liar. Hell, I saw him backstage at a compound stealing food. I saw him try to steal someone's motorcycle. That's the kind of man Jay Leno is. So do not watch The Tonight Show with Jay Leno tonight. If he shows you any footage, rest assured it's going to be doctored. It won't be original footage. It will be imposters. Take that from me, one of the highest paid, most successful executives in this industry. Thank you very, very much. Good night, everybody.
You know what, guys?
We love you.
I apologize to my colleagues.
Liz loves you too.
I apologize.
Hey, have you heard from Randy lately?
I apologize to the fans. We have been had by Eric Bischoff.
And don't forget, we're providing security tonight.
I was out here promoting. That there was a WCW official to come out and show us what happened and tell us what happened. It was Bischoff all along.
That's it? That's what we're going to get to see from Road Wild main event?
I think we all know better than that. And we're going to get to the bottom of it. And fans, we're going to attempt to show you what really happened later on tonight in this program.
And I suggest everybody watch The Tonight Show just to see what Leno's going to show.
See his reaction. Fans, I want you to stay with us, because we are going to show you, I understand what really happened later on here tonight. I apologize for that. Bischoff, once again, you know, we talk so much about masters of manipulation. He's the best.
He only lies when his lips move.
That's right. It was quite a night for the entertainment industry with Jay Leno, and there's a lot more than you saw right there. Not only were the photographs that you saw one-sided, they also were in black and white.
Well, it's NWO black and white revisionist history is what it is.
That's what it is, and it's the same group that says that they are going to be security for the Goldberg-Ming match later on tonight on the program live. Well, if NWO Wolfpack has anything to say about that, they're going to be out here as well. Brain, we're going to have NWO members, black and white, red and blacks, around the ring tonight when Goldberg and Ming get it off of the world title later on here tonight live.
You know, everybody around that ring, whether it be the NWO black and white or the red and black, are going to be the ones to say, I'm upset Goldberg. I'm the one that caused it. Right. Goldberg's in a bad situation. Like I said, not only can he lose the championship of the world, he can put a blemish on that record without him even, without him even being responsible.
Well, no question. You're right. The world's title, as well as the winning streak, which now stands at 130-0, both in jeopardy against the Monster Ming in our main event title matchup.
See three men make their way to the ring. Liz Mark Jr., Psychosis, Rey Mysterio Jr. This is being billed as a triple threat match, which basically means that all three men will go at it here. Anything goes. Boy, this is a wild way for the Luchadors to compete, Mike, today.
Well, it certainly is, Tony. Whoa! Front suplex that time by Psychosis on Mysterio, attempting to gain a little revenge from this past Saturday at Road Wild when Mysterio defeated Psychosis in a top contenders match. We understand that eventually Mysterio is going to get a shot at that World's Cruiserweight title.
Landing on his feet, Psychosis, and he takes Liz Mark down with a left-handed lariat that time. Psychosis has been very impressive over the past few months. He's a man always been a top contender for the TV belt cruiserweight title. Also in the list for the U.S. title as well, and I think he's been on quite a winning streak. We've seen him on Saturday night on Worldwide Wrestling. Many of our programs on the WCW network. Rey Mysterio gets sent down by Psychosis. That time he connected with both men.
Yeah,
a backsplash and a missile dropkick.
Absolutely, took both men out. You talk about that winning streak of Psychosis, and right up to that matchup with Mysterio, which it was a very, very competitive matchup. But you're right, he has really been on quite a roll as of late.
Well, he's dominating this match so far. He's taking care of Mysterio and Liz Mark Jr. all by himself.
Up and down in a good move. Psychosis red hot right now.
But he doesn't go for the cover.
Still to come tonight. Not only Goldberg and Ming for the world title, with both members or both NWO sides around the ring. NWO Wolfpack will attempt to get the World Tag Team title back. Sting and Kevin Nash against the Champions Giant and Scott Hall for the World Tag Team title. Look at Lismark. A little sidestepping action, showing some quickness. Plus,
a little time to rest.
Luger and Bret Hart for the U.S. title. They will not wait till Thunder. They'll do it here tonight. And we will attempt to show you what really happened when Jay Leno and Diamond Dallas Page this Saturday met Hollywood Hogan and Eric Bischoff.
Of course, the rules for this triple threat triangle matchup, Tony, pretty much plain and simple. The wrestler that scores the pinfall or submission is the winner of this matchup.
Just like the triangle match, just dubbed though tonight a triple threat match. And anytime a luchador's in there against you, there's a threat. There's a running lariat that time. On the outside is Psychosis and Rey Mysterio Jr. with a forearm shot. Look at...
I just noticed something. Rey Mysterio's favoring that left leg. The one he had the surgery done on.
There goes Lismark with a suicide dive over the top.
Of course, Lismark Jr. comes by those high-flying moves very naturally. Prior to getting into the wrestling business, he was a cliff diver in Mexico. He loves to fly.
I don't know. I'd rather hit the water than I would the mat. Oh, boy.
Tremendous flip splash by Mysterio over the top rope.
Landing on Lismark, and the back of Lismark's head beyond the mat, as you can see, on that concrete floor here at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center in Rapid City, South Dakota.
Well, you talk about Lismark liking to fly. I'd rather see him coming over those top ropes than sitting in the cockpit of the plane I'm on.
Rolling in Lismark Jr. Here comes Rey Mysterio Jr. And Rey Mysterio getting a double shot. And that time a chop by Psychosis.
Lismark left himself wide open while he was trying to battle with Mysterio. Now Psychosis takes control.
Lift her up, watch out. Oh my goodness, Doma! Oh, ho, ho. Superb teamwork, even though this is not a tag match. 1, 2, they both try to hold Psychosis down, but cannot.
I thought you'd have to pick Psychosis up with a blotter.
Almost the opposite of that three-way matchup at Road Wild when wrestlers were pulling each other off of pinfalls. That time, both of them tried to pin Psychosis.
Knife edge chop. Into the ropes they go. Lismark sending the man in after a leapfrog. It goes. Psychosis on the top rope.
Seen just about everything here.
Short guillotine leg drop right out of the Psychosis playbook there, and a pull-off in there as Lismark letting Rey Mysterio do all the work and try to get the glory. Only gets a 2 count.
Yeah,
see, they're wasting time here.
Well, Mysterio thinks they're working as a team, but Lismark has other ideas.
Well, I tell you, in this case, Rey Mysterio's wrong. It's every man for himself.
And Psychosis had a lot of time to rest.
Well, they just made a handshake.
That won't work.
Very difficult rules in a difficult match for any man to be a part of. Right now, Psychosis rolls through. Nobody. It's the 1, 2. No. Almost got him. Almost, but not enough. And Rey hit harder on the other side there, guys.
He's still down.
On the advantage, Lismark Jr. here. A lot of action in this triple threat match here tonight, live on Nitro Pickup. I wonder if they've been able to hold Ming back and calm him down in the back.
Who's left from the security force?
The only security left would be NWO Hollywood. Yeah, right.
Well, that's
who knows what Ming's doing, who he's maybe working for. Think of that.
There's a lot of variables here, a lot of possibilities.
That teamwork has gone out the window.
Spin wheel kick that time, Rey Mysterio Jr. Notice how Psychosis trying to get to his feet in the background, but Rey's up on top. Oh my goodness.
Split-legged moonsault, 2.
No!
Psychosis pulled him off.
As the arm of Charles Robinson was on the way down with a 3 count, pulled the man away.
We're gonna fight this Psychosis. He's coming back.
Yes, he is. Now in, running lariat. Of course, you know, when 2 men attack each other and focus on each other, it's almost like a tag match where the 3rd man, the odd man out, can regroup in the corner. We've seen it from Psychosis. Now apparently Lismar coming to his feet in the background there. Oh! Another spectacular move by Ray Jr.
That'll change your outlook.
Now the fresh man. There he is, Lismar Jr. Up on top. Who does he have his sights set on here? The closest one, which was Psychosis, but was one step ahead. Got the feet to the face. Sends Ray in. Oh, Hurricane Rana. 1, 2.
He got him.
Psychosis enabled Rey Mysterio Jr. to get the win. And Psychosis is irate, but Ray wins again.
But look at Mysterio favor that injured left leg, the knee. I think it went out on him again.
And he still managed to win this match. He was favoring that leg about 5-6 minutes ago.
What a great display of guts by Mysterio.
Never gave up.
Triple threat is our master lock, a lock of the night, Brain.
Watch this, drives Psychosis' mush right into the mat. There he is, Rey Mysterio Jr. Watch this move. Monkey flipped up, Lismar catches him. He goes underneath, hooks Lismar. Psychosis don't know where anybody's at for the 1, 2, 3. There's your winner, Rey Mysterio Jr.
With our Master Lock lock of the night, Master Lock is tough under fire. Put a brand new Master Lock in your corner. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, wait no longer. Lex Luger will go after the U.S. title and Bret the Hitman Hart. It's on next.
Hey.
Closed captioning where available. Sponsored by The Money Store.
The Nitro Girls have arrived once again. Kimberly not with them. A smart move by DDP. Not being here tonight. Make sure his wife was not here. But the gorgeous Nitro Girls are out. And we're going to let you know how you can become a part of the Nitro Party phenomenon. Brought to you by Mug Root Beer. The foam goes straight to your brain.
Huh?
The foam goes straight to your brain. I wasn't calling your name.
I like root beer.
You do? Mug Root Beer. With
Mug. Good root beer. Good.
Keep it basic. That's what we like with you. Bobby the Brain Hume, the gorgeous Nitro Girls are out dancing, and here's how you can send your Nitro Party tape to us. 1 CNN Center, P.O. Box 60, Atlanta. 30
to somebody.
Send it to somebody. 30303. Brought to you by Mug Root Beer. The foam goes straight to your brain. It's the Nitro Party. And of course, each week we'll show you another Nitro Party videotape, and we'll send you your own Nitro Party pack. And congratulations, a grand prize winner out of Ohio. And on August 31st, we're going to send Nitro Girls Mean Gene.
What was the name of that city again?
I've got to look up my copy again and find out. I forgot.
Does Cleveland ring a bell?
No, it's not even close.
A lot more syllables than that.
Yes, it was.
Toledo.
Not even close.
Toledo's. That's one more syllable than Cleveland. It's time for the U.S. title bout. Here on Monday Nitro. One that we talked about, we promoted all weekend, we're going to have on Thunder, but, you know, Lex Luger wouldn't wait, couldn't wait.
Heck, why wait? Let's get it done tonight.
Let's do it. Done.
Lex Luger and Bret the Hitman Hart. Bret Hart, who earlier had some very unsavory things to say about Lex Luger.
Called him a damn liar, among other things. I'm just repeating it. Don't look at me that way.
Tony, look at the end of his mouth. You see the white parts there? That's where the soap was earlier. Before he could say that, he had to wash his mouth about 8 times.
What? You know, you're going to get a different reputation up here. You keep talking like that. The reputation that we really know about you is going to come out here on the air.
Can I tell?
No, no. Look at the fans standing, cheering the total package Lex Luger, former world heavyweight champion. And it is a deafening chorus of boos the other way for Bret the Hitman Hart. And well-deserved boos, I might add.
And where does Bret the Hitman Hart think that he and Sting have this mutual respect between each other?
I don't think Sting feels that way. He respects the man's ability in that ring and what the man has done in this sport.
Anybody would, Frank.
But as a character, as a human being, and as a man,
as a manipulator,
an instigator,
he's the master.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah. By golly. So Luger Awaits Bret the Hitman Hart. These two men are no strangers to the wrestling ring, but tonight they will vie one-on-one for the United States Heavyweight Championship.
This should be a great match.
It's a chance for Luger to bring the U.S. title to NWO Wolfpack, and based on what we've heard from Bret Hart over the past few months, I'm not so sure where he stands. You know, he said he's close to Sting, and that's NWO Wolfpack. He's tight with Hogan, and that's NWO Hollywood. Who knows?
Yeah, what day of the week is it when it comes to Bret Hart? Just never know. Is he aligned with the NWO Black and White firmly?
We often thought that. We
sure
talked
did.
For months about how he's one of the members of NWO Hollywood, but
a lot of mind games going on here.
And he's the best at it. Look, turning his back on Luger, not even just turning. That is one of the ultimate insults.
Luger should just go up behind and put him in the torture rack.
What a total lack of respect for Lex Luger that is.
One thing about Luger, he's always come to the ring with a game plan that he will try to execute without fail. So Luger, even though he had his back turned on him, would not attack Bret Hart from behind. So here we go.
And Bret Hart knows that. That's why he turned his back on him.
And of course, Luger is sure now that it was Scott Hall and Bret Hart who attacked him a week ago. So it's not only a U.S. title shot for Luger, but it's also a shot at payback.
And didn't we see Bret Hart talking to Scott Hall in the hallway a week or so ago? Yep.
Put 2 and 2 together.
5.
It's 4, Brain, but never mind.
No, not if you got the deal.
Stop it.
You gotta know how to bargain.
Neutral position for both men. Collar and elbow tie-up as they try to get dominance here, and obviously with that superior upper body strength, it's Lex Luger with the advantage early on. Bret Hart should have known better.
Well, it's going to be the power game of the total package against the excellence of execution of Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah, it's more than that, though, now. It's the conniving, the sneak attacks, the game plan. Bret Hart, for being the excellence of execution, for being the man who's the best there ever was, there ever will be, or whatever he says, certainly loves to pull that object that we've seen out of knee pads, out of boots. We've seen it many times.
He'll use anything.
Anything it takes to win.
And he knows how to do it. He really knows how to do it. Anybody can pull something and hit you with it. But to get away with it constantly, you gotta know how to do it.
That's a great point, Brain.
I know.
Boy, do you ever.
Who would know better?
Luger putting the big arm hand up in the air, and Bret Hart's gonna go for it here. Luger would obviously have an advantage here, but a lot of times they'll fool you. The smaller man, so to speak, will get a leverage advantage, but not here. Luger with those very powerful hands and forearms just driving Bret Hart down. The fans here in Rapid City love it.
No doubt about it when you're talking wrestling. Watch Bret Hart. He positions his feet, he gets behind the man right, moves his head back. He's a wrestler.
He's a ring general, isn't he?
Oh, one back elbow. Ended that, and now Luger runs over Bret Hart. Hart, boy, smart move. He just rolled right out of the way.
Instinct.
Left himself wide open with that hammerlock. Now rolls out to the floor. Whoa, he's got the title belt. Where's he going?
Home. I'm taking my belt. I'm going back to Calgary, where it's nice and warm. It's 5 today.
It's not a bad move here either. I mean, remember, Luger's got to beat him. Not only that, he walks out. If Luger gets the attack, what happens? Bret Hart's got a weapon in his hand. He's got a belt.
Here we go. Here we go.
But Luger will not be deterred. Here he comes. And he caught Bret Hart before Hart could raise the belt up. Back to the ring they go. Luger wants it now.
Uh-oh. I can just see that black and pink up there in that torture rack, can't you?
Could be it. Let's see what transpires into the corner. He hip tossed him out of the turnbuckle. Great arm drag by Luger. Great quickness by a big man here. And into an arm bar, driving Bret Hart down onto the mat.
Well, we've already had one title change hands tonight, with Chris Jericho being the world's television champion. Is Luger going to make it number 2?
Could be.
I'm scared about number 3. Could be Goldberg.
There's also a cruiserweight belt.
And a tag title matchup.
Tag
5
title
championship matchups in total tonight here on Nitro.
Now Luger has slowed the pace of this match down because, if nothing else, he realizes when it gets going pretty fast and furious here that Bret Hart's going to roll on the outside. So his strategy now is just to hang on to him, to drive him down to where nothing else, the man can't run.
Well, he wants to wear him down. He'll probably eventually start working on that back, soften him up for that torture rack. Like you said, Tony, he wants him in that ring.
Luger keeps the armbar on, and Bret Hart will push him back to the corner. Charles Robinson calling for a break. Now, break to the eyes. Knew you wouldn't get a clean break. And now Bret Hart in command. After an eye gouge, just pounding, stomping Luger all the way to the mat. Well, fans, we've got to step out for a commercial break. While Luger endures the pain, the tape machines are rolling. We'll be back with more of this match live on Nitro. They are on the outside, and we are back. You're looking live as Lex Luger and Bret Hart do battle for the United States Championship live here on Monday Nitro in Rapid City, South Dakota. And there's a slam out beyond the mats on the concrete. A count out will certainly give the belt right back to Bret Hart, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind that.
But that's a smart move right there because he slams him on the floor. If he hurts Luger's lower back, he's not going to be able to pick him up in that torture rack.
And I can tell you that all during the commercial break, it was all-out offense from Bret the Hitman Hart, totally dominating this matchup.
Shades of Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah, but he's enjoying the boos, almost demanding the people. It seems as if Bret Hart loves people to boo him. And he should, because that's all he gets.
Not just disrespect for Luger, but also the fans.
Yeah, you're right. Rolling Luger in, and now Bret Hart. A little bit more intensity now, Bret Hart. You can see it as he slid in the ring behind Luger. He's going to try to pick up the pace here. And he is wailing away on the side of the head of Lex Luger.
He shifted gears. He's put it in that four-wheel drive.
Fans start to clap, stomp, chant Luger's name, and Luger comes alive as a result.
And look at the head whip back at Bret the Hitman Hart.
Talking about a man come alive based on fan support. Here he goes, Lex Luger. Lex Luger like we haven't seen in a long time. And there's a blatant low blow right in front of the referee.
Yeah, so what's the point? If you disqualify him, he still retains the title.
Exactly. What a matchup. Now the referee, Stan Luger, it looked like in the lower abdomen. I don't think so. I don't think Luger would have gone down that quickly from just a blow to the midsection.
Well, look at his midsection.
Yeah.
You could drive a truck over it.
Too well developed of a midsection to have one boot take you over like that.
Tough call for Charles Robinson. He's in the corner looking at Bret Hart, looking at the eyes of Luger, admonishing him, trying to break it out of the corner. Then a quick move like that and a change of direction for this matchup. Backbreaker covered by Hart. Couldn't get him down for 3, only 2.
And also that backbreaker will help him on that his finishing maneuver, that sharpshooter.
Hovering over Lex Luger on one knee, seemingly helpless here, and just open season on Luger. Nowhere to cover up, no way to defend against that headbutt. And then the forearm shot right against the side of the head. Bret Hart taunting the fans. Russian leg sweep, great takedown again by Hart. Here's where the excellence of execution kicks in. Obviously, after a low blow like that, easy to do it.
You know, it's a deliberate offense. You could describe it as methodical, but it's been awfully effective against the total package Lex Luger, who just has really had that one flurry of offense before Hart stopped him dead in his tracks.
Oh! Headbutt, that wasn't a low blow, but that was a lower abdomen. And Bret Hart back to the attack again.
You know, if you looked at the match from the beginning right now, I would say that Bret Hart's maybe had 70% of the match.
I would agree. Luger's helpless right now. 1, 2.
Yes, yes.
But he still got enough to kick out.
Barely got the shoulder up after the DDT by Hart.
Let me see Hart getting frustrated here.
I believe so, Brain. Now trying to intimidate Charles Robinson. Bret Hart. A helpless Lex Luger. Charles Robinson telling him to get away from the ropes, but he will not heed the warning of the referee. Once again, as you pointed out, a disqualification will be okay with Bret Hart here.
Luger's in trouble.
I think it's a great move by Charles Robinson to let him go at it. Be a little bit more lenient than usual because Luger, we know, has the great ability to mount a comeback, but Bret Hart's on the other end here.
Even if Bret Hart was to get him in that sharpshooter, you think Luger'd give up? He may have to, but I can't see it.
2, 3, 4, get off, buddy.
You're right in close with the referee, Luger, and of course, the Hitman.
See, he knows how to take it to that 4 count. Right before 5, he breaks it. That just comes with experience.
Charles Robinson doing the right thing, seeing if Luger can continue here, checking Luger. Meanwhile, Bret Hart back to the point of attack again. Same attack. Say what you want to about Bret Hart, but he knows how to prepare, he knows how to wrestle, he knows his opponents. The man is a phenomenal professional wrestler.
And not afraid to answer a challenge as he was earlier this evening when Luger demanded the U.S. title belt. Suplex takeover.
Great suplex. 1, 2. Not only did he drop him, he pushed off on his legs to get extra added oomph to the mat.
And he took his legs off the mat and landed with all his weight on Luger. Great suplex.
Also looks like the frustration level in Bret the Hitman Hart is starting to surface at this point. He's been so close on so many occasions. Still has that cocky look on his face though, doesn't he?
Now he's looking at the fans and they're getting aroused right now, but I know what's happening to him. He's walking around, he's thinking to himself, what am I gonna do? I've gone all out with this guy. What am I gonna do right now? You're gonna turn it up a notch.
That's what he needs to do here. Now he goes to the back. Point of attack you talked about earlier, Brain. Weakening the back, thus neutralizing the torture rack.
And making it easier for him to slap on the sharpshooter.
Absolutely.
Also makes that sharpshooter so much more effective when you've already worn down the man's back. And again, continues to direct and focus his offense totally on the back of Lex Luger.
Don't forget, he was slammed on the floor a little while ago. So that lower back worked on quite a while now.
Back first into the steel steps during the commercial break as well. Backbreaker across the knee, of course.
We're seeing a dominant Bret the Hitman Hart. Didn't really expect it because of his opponent, but we're seeing it here. Up and Luger with a desperation move that worked.
Well, that's what he needs right now to hear the fans. He's going to pull himself up. Bottom rope, second rope to the top rope. He's got to get to his feet. And that'll ignite this place.
Luger, all of his energy has left to pull himself to his feet, to stand, but he ducked. And he picks up Bret Hart with an atomic drop. Luger, a surge of energy out of who knows where. Here he comes.
He's got it.
Luger's back. Here comes the forearm shot.
That bionic forearm.
He got him.
Now he's going to put him in it. No, he's not.
1, 2. Couldn't get him, but it was a darn good try.
Slap him in it, Lex. Pick him up and put him in it.
We all thought the torture rack was imminent, but Luger made an attempt at a pin, almost got the U.S. title. Sleeper now.
In this crowd in Rapid City, they were on their feet. Backed him into the corner. Just when we thought there was going to be a title change, down goes the referee, Charles Robinson, as well as Luger. Wait a minute, what was Hart doing? Hart went into his trunks.
He's got something.
He's got the out. We talked about it earlier. It's not belonging to pick up an object. We've got a torture rack. We've got a torture rack.
The only way he can save himself is he's going to nail Luger. He can't. Ring that bell. Ring that bell.
Oh, yeah.
Lex Luger.
What a win.
The Wolfpack and Lex Luger have the United States Heavyweight title.
What a win for Lex Luger over the Hitman Bret Hart.
Luger with the torture rack. Here comes the Wolfpack to celebrate.
Sting, Conan.
They're going to show you what unity is all about.
And the big man, Kevin Nash, big sexy.
How about that? Lex Luger. The total package. Members of the Wolfpack celebrate a big, big win in a match that Bret Hart dominated.
Well, he put up a fight. It didn't look too good for him for a while, but he came back. When he pulled himself up to his feet and heard the people, he just got that extra burst of adrenaline.
The explosion you see is twofold for Luger's celebration and for the beginning of our third hour. How do you top this? Well, we still got the Cruiserweight belt on the line with brand new champ Juventud Guerrera defending against Kidman of the Flock. We're still going to have Raven come out. Kurt Hennig will wrestle Conan, plus the World Tag Team title. Nash and Sting against the champ Scott Hall and the Giant. And Goldberg and Ming for the world title with all members of the NWO, both teams, both sides, out here as Goldberg defends the title. Oh, what a match.
For security purposes, may I add.
Right. Hopefully the Wolfpack later will neutralize the black and the white. What a night on Nitro.
And we ain't done yet.
We're not. Come on back with us. One more hour to go.
Done.
Back we go once again to Road Wild. Dean Malenko was the special referee for the WCW Cruiserweight match. Juventud Guerrera, former champion. Young man from Mexico, faced one and only Chris Jericho. Jericho and Juventud really went at it. It was a great Cruiserweight title match. As a matter of fact, they used everything. High-risk maneuvers, high-impact blows, back and forth the match went. And Dean Malenko did a darn good job of consistently making the same type of count. Later in the match, though, Chris Jericho was in command. As a matter of fact, he was in command to late in the match when he tried to put on the lion tamer. Now, we talked about how the man really got to the ropes that time. Jericho got very upset. He thought the match was over. He started taunting Dean Malenko, the special referee. As a matter of fact, when Malenko inadvertently had his head turned, Jericho hit Juventud with the belt. He told Malenko to count, and Malenko counted. But it was too late because Juventud kicked out, even with the belt. And then later on, being aided by Dean Malenko, Juventud up top with the Frankensteiner off and wins the match, becomes a new Cruiserweight champ. And I really think, you know, a lot of kudos goes out to Dean Malenko. Great referee.
He called it down the middle.
Called it down the middle. Did not let Jericho and Jericho's bannering get him. Well, here comes Cruiserweight champion Juventud Guerrera. Get his attention away from the match. Dean Malenko was a great referee. And yeah, he aided in the win, and we said it before.
We're glad he did.
Glad he did. So what?
Anything to one-up the king of all loopholes, Mr. Jericho, who answered back this evening by winning the world's TV title. It's a cleaned-up Kidman, isn't it?
Well, at least he doesn't have that ratty old black shirt on.
Well, they opened up a new car wash 2 blocks down today.
So he just walked through it, right?
Well, he got on all fours, and they took him through and hit him with the hot wax, and 3 people beat him with a chamois. They let him go. He was only in there about 25 seconds.
Juventud Guerrera, Kidman, and here we go. Cruiserweight title is on the line here. You can tell after winning the Cruiserweight belt 2 days ago that Juventud has a newfound intensity now. Look at that. Spin wheel kick off of the near side ropes. Juventud Guerrera is the Cruiserweight champ once again. But earlier tonight, well, you can't stop Jericho, can you? Even though you want to, he's a television champ.
And we've seen a pattern develop here tonight. 5 title matchups. So far, this is number 3. 2 bouts in, 2 title changes.
Oh, pulling down the back of the head of Kidman as Juventud.
You got to be very careful with Kidman. He can surprise you.
Oh. Missile drop kick from the top. It sends Kidman all the way to the floor. Trying to buy a little time here, if nothing else. As Mickey J, the referee, tries to move Juventud back. To no avail. Juventud baseball slide missed. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Excellent strategy by Kidman. Ducked the baseball slide, answered with a drop kick of his own, and Juventud goes back first into the steel guardrail.
Fans, you saw what went down during the Cruiserweight match, and we are still going to show you what really happened during the Leno Diamond Dallas against Bischoff Hogan match. We apologize for Eric Bischoff pulling a once-over on us, but Eric Bischoff, 1, 2. We're working right now to show you what really went down during Road Wild. And also be interesting to see the Tonight Show later on tonight on NBC. Exactly Jay Leno and Kevin Eubanks, their reaction to what went down and all of that.
Well, we're going to set the record straight here on Nitro, but I can't wait to hear what Leno's comments are going to be on the Tonight Show later this evening on NBC.
It's going to be something. Right now, though, Kidman trying to ground the Cruiserweight champ, Juventud Guerrera here. Keep him on the mat, although Kidman likes to go up top, too. He's a high flyer. Of course, you know, we've seen the signs from Loading saying that he is the real luchador, Kidman.
And when you look at the Flock members, his offensive style mostly resembles that, I would say, of a luchador.
I don't think so. Moved out of the way, showing the quickness. Kidman, though, comes in reckless abandon. Double axe head on. Oh! And Juventud almost took his head right off his shoulders on that one. Lariat firmly under the jaw that time. Uppercut, sending the man down. Kidman, though, holds his ground, whips him in. Juventud holds on. Standing switch applied by Kidman, and Juventud hits the ropes. Up, power slammed him. Covered him, 1, 2. No. Couldn't hold him down.
Kidman gets more impressive every week.
Fine athlete. You know, we talked about it earlier. Sick Boy, great athlete. Kidman, fine wrestler. There are fine wrestlers in the Flock.
Just guilt by association that they're aligned with Raven.
Up, ducks low, 1, 2. 2 count only.
I don't think you people know how good a shape these men are in.
At a 2 count.
Wow.
Mike, you mentioned just moments ago, brand new United States heavyweight champion, the total package Lex Luger. And, you know, our fans, we talked about it last week on Thunder on WCW Saturday night about Lex Luger and Bret the Hitman Hart scheduled for Thunder in Fargo on Thursday night. The fans, we are very, very happy to let you know that they will wrestle this coming Thursday in a return bout. So the match that was originally signed on Thunder on Thursday will still happen. Luger will now defend the title against Bret the Hitman Hart coming up this Thursday on Thunder on TBS. It's going to be one of the biggest return matches in a long, long time. And Juventud Guerrera gets the win.
450 splash off the top for Juventud, and he retains the WCW World's Cruiserweight title, his second reign as Cruiserweight champion.
The 450 off the top, Juventud gets the win. Still to come, Goldberg and Ming for the world title. All members of the NWO will be out here, and the World Tag Team title still to come. Fans, we're back live here on WCW Monday Nitro, and moments ago, Lex Luger with a big win over Bret the Hitman Hart, becoming the new United States heavyweight champ. But coming up this Thursday, live on Thunder on TBS from Fargo, North Dakota, as we promised you last week, we are going to have Luger and Bret Hart one-on-one for the U.S. title. But this time, Brain, Luger's going to be the champion. Luger's going to be the U.S. heavyweight champion, defending a return match against Bret the Hitman Hart. It's a big one for Thunder.
I've seen Bret Man Hart before when he was a champion, and he's more dangerous when he's a contender, when he's going for that championship. Being a champion, he knows how to protect it. Obviously, Luger knew what to do tonight and won the title match. Now, coming up against Bret Hart, Luger, he's going to be more dangerous than ever. You think he'd try to pull something tonight? Wait till Thursday.
He certainly will try to stay out of that torture rack, and I would think, once again, work on the back of Lex Luger Thursday night like he did here.
I'm sure, Tony. NWO Black and White obviously knows that they are in line for a rematch, a return bout, and I think from Bret Hart's performance earlier this evening, he certainly deserves it. That'll come to pass this Thursday on Thunder.
Speaking of performances, what about the one from Eric Bischoff earlier in this telecast? We talked about a gag order. We could not talk about what went down in the Jay Leno, Diamond Dallas Page, Hogan Bischoff match 2 days ago at Road Wild because we had to wait until an executive came out and told us what happened. We got Bischoff's story, didn't we? Let's show you what really happened at Road Wild 2 days ago. We take you to the stills. Of course, it was one of the most talked about tag team matches in history. And here came Diamond Dallas Page, Kevin Eubanks, and Jay Leno, and it was a high-impact match. As a matter of fact, Lex Luger, or Hollywood Hogan, was really in command. But later in the match, when DDP got Hogan down, Jay Leno had his chance to come in. Here comes Hollywood Hogan, and he and Bischoff took care of Diamond Dallas Page. We talked at that time, we thought that maybe that Leno could not really have any impact on the match. Hogan went to the tights, went to the illegal logic. deck Diamond Dallas Page. But Diamond Dallas Page kicked out of a cover by Eric Bischoff. But Hogan was relentless, staying on DDP. Finally, a tag was made when DDP mounted a comeback. And here comes Jay Leno in, sending down Eric Bischoff, a variety of clotheslines, sending Eric Bischoff's head to the top turnbuckle. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Kevin Eubanks. Eubanks comes in with a diamond cutter, puts it on Eric Bischoff, and look who makes the cover. It's Jay Leno. He is the king of late night talk. Jay Leno, Diamond Dallas Page, Kevin Eubanks win the match.
And Leno's 1-0.
Quite a night, and we wonder what in the world Jay Leno will say tonight on The Tonight Show.
Well, it was a great night for World Championship Wrestling, magnificent setting, the Black Hills of South Dakota. Tonight on The Tonight Show, Jay Leno can't wait to hear what his comments are going to be after we just set the record straight with everything that went down at Road Wild.
There's a strange bird. Raven.
Once again, the flock has let me down. 2 nights ago at Road Wild, Riggs, you, Kidman, and Sick Boy didn't even show up. And for that, you gotta be punished.
Look at this. Is this Raven's justice?
Lodi, as usual, you were worthless. But you, Horace, you cost me the match. You hit me with a stop sign, and for that, a lesson must be learned.
Horace doesn't want to learn a lesson here, I don't think.
Horace is a big man.
Is he going to fight back, though?
I don't know what the control Raven has over people. They're always so intimidated.
Raven and Horace in this next matchup here on Nitro. And you know, the amazing thing about all of this, he'll slap these guys around and they'll come back and they'll fall him back out of the ring next week.
Yeah, remember when he broke Lodi's fingers? Lodi came out with a sign proclaiming that it was Saturn that had broken his fingers. Just unbelievable mind control that he has over these, well, the appropriately named flock.
Well, earlier Lodi said he was the best boss he's ever had. Obviously, he's never had a job.
Raven is Horace on all fours, looking out to the fans. We showed you earlier how Saturn won that triangle match and how Horace had come in with that stop sign, trying to help matters out. Remember, anytime Raven's in a match, triangle match, tag match, whatever, it's Raven's rules, so the use of the stop sign is perfectly legal within Raven's rules. But it didn't work. It backfired on Raven, and he's taking out his anger on Horace here. A Russian leg sweep up against the safety rail.
Back first into the steel that time. This is such a strange situation when you see all the other flock members around ringside watching one of their own battle the boss.
Well, you know, I think he's dealing out punishment. He's dealing out behavioral.
What, tough love?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh. That'll stop him in his tracks. Whacked him with a stop sign, and he falls on the outside. Horace, coming through with a moving zone. It's a big man to fly like that.
Never touched the ropes, just went through like a dart. More like a harpoon.
Raven can barely stand. Horace, tough to get to his feet as well, and Horace now will try to keep this thing going as he rolls him in. Hovering over Raven. He's got that stop sign again.
Got it propped up in the corner.
For compact cars.
Is that what that is? Oh my goodness.
Raven's never had a better time.
That's what you call running through a stop sign right there. And he's not finished with that stop sign.
I like Horace here. He's showing me a lot.
He's going to slam him on it. On the edge of that stop sign. You know, I often wondered if push came to shove how vicious these flock members would be against Raven, and I think we're finding out right here. The big man missed.
Top rope high risk move attempted that time by Horace, and he crashed and burned on the stop sign.
I'd get that stop sign out of there. That's real dangerous.
What's he calling for now?
A chair.
And you can see just the look on Lodi's face. He's not sure whether he should hand him that chair or not.
But what a wimp he did.
Lodi, if you lose this job, chances are you'll never get another.
Whatever Raven wants, Raven gets. Drop to hold on the chair. And that may have wiped Horace right out.
I don't know. Horace has a pretty good sized noggin on him.
Can you imagine moments ago he slapped Lodi, but still Lodi threw him the chair when he called for it?
What if your boss slapped you, Tony? Would you continue working?
Canyon has arrived and is being held off by the Flock.
What do you want? A showdown in the aisle.
What do you want, Punk? What do you want, Punk?
Meanwhile, was that Saturn? It is Saturn. Saturn's got him up.
Oh my, Death Valley driver in the middle of the ring.
On the stop sign, sends Horace over. Turn around, referee. 1, 2, Horace gonna win it. Little teamwork, it seemed to me, between Canyon and Saturn that time.
Diversionary tactics by Canyon that may have allowed Saturn to come from the other side of the arena from behind and help out Horace.
As the Flock surrounds a fallen Raven.
And look at Lodi, still trying to help up the guy that broke his paws.
Still to come, the World Tag Team title, and Goldberg in main for the World title, all tonight live.
Yes.
As the Nitro Girls, minus Kimberly, who, under advisement of her husband, Diamond Dallas Page, who's not here tonight, did not appear here tonight.
She's missed, too, when she's dancing.
You're not kidding, she is. We want to remind you that this Saturday, August 15th, tickets go on sale for Thunder coming to the first time ever to Lexington, Kentucky in the Rupp Arena, home of the Kentucky Wildcats. That'll be Thursday, September 10th. Tickets go on sale this Saturday, August 15th at the Rupp Arena box office and Ticketmaster, and you'll meet Jimmy Hart at the Rupp Arena Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. when tickets go on sale. And Nitro comes to the brand new Bi-Lo Center in Greenville, South Carolina, Monday, September 14th. Tickets are available by cash and credit card at Greenville's Municipal Stadium, home of the Greenville Braves, and by credit card through the ETM ticket machines located at selected Bi-Lo stores in the Greenville area. Plus, you can meet the Nitro Girls at the Municipal Stadium in Greenville when tickets go on sale Saturday, this Saturday morning, 9 to 11 a.m. So the gorgeous Nitro Girls will be in Greenville.
Tony, what happened? The Atlanta Braves moved out of Atlanta to Greenville? What happened?
That's their Double-A team, Brain.
Oh.
The Greenville Braves.
Well, you said it, the Braves
Southern
in
League.
Greenville. I thought maybe something happened at New Baltimore.
Curt Hennig of NWO Black and White comes out here, and you know he'll be back out later when Goldberg has his world title bout. As the NWO Black and White has said, they're going to act as security guards here tonight.
Well, another battle between NWO Hollywood and the NWO Wolfpack. Curt Hennig to face Konnan. Let's talk about that big battle royal this past Saturday at Road Wild, involving all the members of the NWO, the two different factions, and the fact that the world's heavyweight champion, in his first ever battle royal, well, he was almost a one-man gang, wasn't he? Goldberg eliminating wrestlers left and right on his way to victory in that big battle royal, moving his record to 130-0.
And when we talked about it, we know that Goldberg physically is a dominant force, but he showed us that he can wrestle a very smart game as well, Brain, this past Saturday he did.
Very smart. Stayed in that ring, backed along the ropes, never let anybody get behind him. First time ever in a battle royal, not even a year in this sport. Comes out already the world champion.
Yo.
Tremendous.
Let me speak on this. Órale! Arriba la raza! Yo, you know Black and White be talking about them for life, but Wolfpack somos vatos locos forever. But more importantly than that, Rapid City and the Wolfpack is bowdy.
Here we go.
Fans behind Konnan and the Wolfpack. It's Wolfpack against NWO Hollywood here.
Two great athletes in here right now.
Well, you know, we talked about during the course of the week. If you want to see all that went down at Road Wild, the encore presentation available all week. And also, coming up this Thursday, the big return bout with Luger and Bret Hart for the U.S. title. Luger now the U.S. champ, won it moments ago on this program. Right now, drawing on the energy of the fans here is Konnan, and he is in charge of this matchup.
Well, if you're going to get Hennig, you got to get him from the beginning.
And Konnan is on him like a full court press from the opening bell. Roll through into a clothesline. Hennig is dazed and confused on the floor.
This is the chant of Wolfpack, and look at the sea of red and black you see everywhere here. Wolfpack shirts, the new red shirts, the black and the red shirts around as well. Members of the Wolfpack are going to be coming out later on when Goldberg wrestles, and I know they'll be out to keep the white and the black at bay, if nothing else.
But don't forget, they don't have no allegiance with Goldberg either. Goldberg's WCW.
And you know that the NWO Wolfpack, they would love to get a piece of that World's Heavyweight Championship belt.
How valuable he's become.
Boy, has he. Well,
yeah, the target right between his eyes.
Hennig now is mounted a comeback here on Konnan, as he's in charge of this match now. Curt Hennig showing his ability to take some very lethal blows from Konnan, but to be able to come right back, buy some time on the outside. Look at that knife-edge chop, took Konnan down. Hennig on the head of Konnan with a great move. And Konnan back to the corner once again. This capacity crowd on hand here tonight in Rapid City, South Dakota. We're in North Dakota Thursday in Fargo, where Luger, Bret Hart, a big return match live on Thunder on TBS with Lex Luger, the U.S. heavyweight champ this time.
You like Fargo, Tony?
It's all right.
Got some nice people them there.
They have fine people. They have great people in Fargo, great wrestling fans. Here's a belly to back, like they have here in South Dakota. Cover 1, 2. Over the past 3 days that we've been here, we have met some fine, very knowledgeable wrestling fans, and we really appreciate that. Look at that move. 1, 2.
No.
Hennig almost pinned a great cover that time, Mike, today.
Great roll through attempt. Konnan gets to his feet, delivers the forearm smash.
Up top, back kick. Head first goes Hennig.
Konnan a little slow getting up, though.
Running lariat missed, but Hennig did not. He just wheeled around. That time, what's he got?
That's a chain.
Is that one of Konnan's chains that he wears out to the ring?
Remember what happened last week?
It's part of Konnan's jewelry.
And
Hennig choked him out last week with that chain.
Oh, turnabout time.
He grabs the chain and he's choking Hennig with it, and immediately the referee, Billy Silverman's calling for the bell.
Well, Hennig got away with it last week by choking Konnan out with the chain. He'll do anything to win. Obviously, Konnan will too.
Hennig's going to win this match by disqualification. Well, Hennig had it wrapped around the fist. He's going to plaster the man with it. Billy Silverman blocked it. When he dropped it, Konnan picked it up, and Konnan had a lot of intensity behind that choke. He wasn't going to let go. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we're not done yet. Hall and the Giant, the World Tag Team Champs against Sting and Kevin Nash. NWO against NWO. What has been a spectacular night of pro wrestling is getting even better here. We still have the two biggest titles to go. The World Tag Team title, the World Heavyweight Championship, all here tonight live. And it's going to be members of NWO Hollywood coming out. The World Tag Team Champions, Scott Hall and the Giant. Still some unanswered questions about the Giant's involvement in Chris Jericho's match earlier tonight.
Still trying to figure out what is behind, if there even is an association between the Giant and Chris Jericho. The Giant came out to the ring, choke slammed Stevie Ray, allowing Chris Jericho to capture the world's television belt earlier this evening.
I sent one of my associates back there to ask the Giant why. He quit. said, I'm not going back there. I quit. I haven't seen him for a half hour.
Your associates quit because you don't pay him anything. So don't give
gotta pay him?
There you go. Nevertheless, he's got on the Giant come out against Nash and Sting, former World Tag Team champs, men they defeated for these belts.
This is the return bout, golden opportunity for the NWO Red and Black Attack, the Wolfpack, to regain the World Tag Team Championship belts.
They've already put the U.S. title under their wing tonight when Lex Luger earlier in this telecast defeated Bret the Hitman Hart to set up a gigantic, if I can use that term while you're looking at the Giant, return bout for Thunder this Thursday on TBS between Luger, the new U.S. champ, and Bret the Hitman Hart. That's going to be a big-time Thunder coming up Thursday. We must step out now, though, for Scott Hall to talk.
Hey, yo. Now, me and G were just talking in the back, and it just wouldn't be Nitro if we didn't take a little survey. So how many people here in Rapid City came to see WCW? So, how many people in Rapid City came to see that sweet Black and White Express? Part 3, is there anybody in Rapid City who came to see that lame wolf pack?
There's your answer.
You know, G, it's pretty close, but I gotta say, survey says one more for the good guys.
Well, I would agree with that, although my version of what the good guys are and theirs are two different things, Mike.
They're howling in Rapid City, South Dakota, here on Nitro, waiting for the Wolfpack of Kevin Nash and Sting to hit the ring.
Oh, I just thought it was feeding time here.
It's a little bit of both. When we come back, Nash and Sting will come out, and the World Tag Team titles will be on the line, live on TNT.
This portion of WCW Monday Nitro is brought to you by Skittles Bite-Sized Candies. Taste the rainbow of fruit flavors.
We are back, and we continue now.
Wolfpack
in the house for the World Tag Team Championship. Amazing, the WCW title that's being contested by both sides, either side of the New World Order.
And maybe even more amazing is the response that the Wolfpack gets wherever we go. Even here in Rapid City, South Dakota, the Wolfpack rules.
I think it's good to see the look on the face of Sting, the demeanor of Sting. And
you never know when he'll revert back to the old Sting.
Well, it's Kevin Nash, that's right. And that we saw a week ago, the old Sting return when something bad happened to his close friend, Lex Luger. But here comes Sting smiling along with Kevin Nash. They're not too worried at all about their competition here.
Yo! Rapid City, South Dakota! Wolfpack in the house!
Now let's not forget as we look at Sting, when Sting and Nash lost the tag team belts, it was an involvement of Bret Hart that was an instrumental part of the changing of the guard.
Giant won't give the belt to the referee. He wants him to jump for it.
Don't even jump for it.
Just ring the bell.
You're not kidding, Mike. Ask for the bell. So there it is, the bell. Sting on the outside will be Nash and Hall.
Very good friends at one time.
Yeah, you know,
very close.
And I never. Did you ever think you would see these two square off against each other?
No. I believe Nash was more of a friend than Hall was.
Oh, I don't think there's any question. It was the almighty dollar that brought Scott Hall away from Kevin Nash and into the white and the black.
Here we go! Here we go!
Boy, Scott Hall felt that one coming and he got out of town.
Well, he said when he was looking for some help, Nash wasn't there. He had to go to Hogan. Hogan's the only man that helped him out during these hard times he's been having lately with some personal problems.
He does have that big bankroll.
And he's got a lot of promises that never come through.
He's made a promise to Goldberg, and I tell you, they're all going to be out of here tonight when Goldberg and Ming go at it.
That's next.
Right now, Scott Hall back into it as he rolled on the outside, bought some time, came back in, and now drives those shoulders into Kevin Nash.
Just paintbrushing Kevin Nash.
He should know better than that.
Yeah, it's just about disrespect, and look at Nash answer with a clothesline.
Don't diss Big Sexy.
Speaking of big, here comes the biggest.
And don't forget, Nash powerbombed him once, almost broke the Giant's neck.
It's a moment I'll never forget, that powerbomb. That outlawed that powerbomb for many months. But he is not afraid of the Giant.
He backs out from nobody, Nash. Hard to look eye to eye to him, he's so big.
Any man can, it's Kevin Nash. And they're 7 feet as well. What you call the big-time heavyweight division here, guys.
The super heavyweights. Whoop.
Knee left underneath the rib cage, pair of them, and Nash. Not many people can get the knee up below the rib cage of the Giant, but Nash can do it.
Oh!
He follows him in, rocks the head back with a lariat.
And that's an accomplishment when you rock the big man like that. Down to one knee, quickly makes the tag to Scott Hall.
Smart move, get out of there.
Yeah,
too many cobwebs.
Equally smart move as far as Scott Hall's concerned. Don't get in too quickly.
And look what happens. When he did, he caught a knee right to the middle, and Nash follows up in the corner.
He waited to beat her so, though, and then he walked across to get in the ring.
Don't forget, Sting is still on that apron, hasn't been in yet, and he is fresh.
That's right, it's been all Big Sexy against both men here. That long reach of that leg, and he dicks the Giant with a right hand to boot.
What a good plan. Stand there as long as you can. Make Hall and the Giant tire themselves out as much as they can.
Look at Nash, though. He goes down, and I do believe, while we saw the Giant on the outside, there may have been a low blow, because when we turned back around, you notice how Nash was hunched over?
Yeah, sure it was. It was a cheap shot from Scott Hall.
So many cheap shots we've seen in this sport. And obviously, the cheap shots come mostly from the white and the black.
Oh. Like to be hit with him. His hands look like swim fins, like flippers.
Easy pickings for Scott Hall here, and he decks Kevin Nash with a lot of intensity. You know, there's more, though, I do believe, in the bad blood that's gone on. I know we've had an up-close interview that you had with Kevin Nash. But as far as Scott Hall is concerned, I think it's more than money. I think there's some deep-rooted resentment he has for Kevin Nash, and I can't put my finger on it, Mike.
Well, we haven't heard from Scott Hall to confirm or deny that, Tony, but you just have a feeling that it's there, and Kevin Nash, with full leg extension, takes the biggest athlete in pro sports down. Now is the time for Nash to get to the corner and get Sting into the competition.
The fresh Sting. He makes that tag now. Watch the roof go off this joint.
Shouldn't take him much. He got such a long reach, and he made it. Sting meets Scott Hall, got the exchange in. Here comes the Stinger. Sting
is alive.
Set the Giant out and send Scott Hall down. There's nothing like Sting when he's on target.
Nothing like Sting when he's airborne with the Stinger splash. A second time in the corner.
Too sweet, yeah.
Here he goes again, third time.
It was the charm.
That should do it.
That should do it. He's gonna go for it right now.
Hook him up in that scorpion.
Hall can't help himself out of this one.
The Giant has come. Oh, the Giant goes for the referee.
Oh, this is gonna cost him.
The Giant said DQ it or he'd chokeslam him. The referee called for the DQ, and he still got chokeslammed.
And they saved the belts that way.
Of course they did.
He was beat. He was beat right in the middle of that ring.
And that's the only way they did it. You're right.
Sting had him. He was just ready to turn him. I think he did turn him.
And then they attack a defenseless referee
who was screaming, DQ it, disqualify him, or throw the match out. And poor Scott Dickinson was calling for the bell, and then it still went up.
Oh, how lucky can you be?
How lucky. They amaze us. This black and white NWO Hollywood faction.
Still hold on to the championships.
They amaze us of the new lows they will stoop to each and every week. Bad words exchanged back and forth. Fans, all members of NWO will be coming out with Ming and Goldberg, and all members are going to be red hot mad. Stay with us.
The man's here.
Welcome back, fans, to WCW Monday Nitro. And we hear NWO Hollywood music. Of course, not a member of the white and the black schedule for this one, but
security purposes.
Security purposes, my eye.
Take a look around Rapid City, South Dakota. Everyone in this arena is on their feet in anticipation of this World's Heavyweight Championship main event.
I think the fact that Hogan is going to be in ringside in a world title bout that he's not involved in is ludicrous. Even allow this to happen. It's just mind-boggling.
If you're home right now, I'd get on the phone and call everybody you know. Have them turn on TNT right now because something could go down.
Well, usually when that happens, everybody you know already has TNT on.
Well, if you know somebody that maybe isn't real bright, just call them anyway. You don't want to miss it.
Giant?
Down the middle, doggone it.
Yeah, right. Now, Nash, Hogan, and don't forget, we heard from NWO Wolfpack. They said this is not going to happen this way. They're going to come out too. And based on what just went down moments ago in the World Tag Team title match, there's going to be a lot of bad blood at ringside even before this match gets underway.
Very heated situation, to say the least.
Two men in the ring don't like each other. Everybody outside the ring don't like each other. It's for a very interesting evening.
Here comes Nash back out. Sting. And they are all ready. Look at this. Already, Luger out, the new United States champ. Who, by the way, Thursday night, live on TBS on Thunder, will defend the U.S. title in a return match against the man he defeated tonight, Bret the Hitman Hart.
What a great match that was. He barely defeated him. Bret went out, he pulled everything out. He had something in his hand, but Luger managed to get him. Thursday night, watch. Bret the Hitman Hart is going to make a different story out of this.
6 men out, 3 on each end of the NWO. And Michael Buffer in the ring with the ring announcement of our title match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the WCW Monday Nitro main event. Tonight, the battle of challenger and champion for the WCW NWO Heavyweight Championship of the World. Are you ready?
Yes.
Rapid City, South Dakota, are you ready?
We're even ready in Iowa.
No.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
the beginning of this program, Ming went absolutely ballistic. And I would venture to say he's not in much better mood right now.
He only gets worse.
Yeah, I know.
This is going to be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring at this time, wearing black trimmed with white and weighing 291 3/4 pounds, this former sumo wrestling star, who is a black belted martial arts expert, comes to the ring tonight after having been on a wild rampage waiting for this title shot. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the challenger, the master of the Tongan Death Grip, from the Kingdom of Tonga, he is Ming!
What a sight. What a very scary sight.
I wouldn't want to be walking to the ring to wrestle him right now. The mood he's in and what's happened this evening.
Listen, the chant is beginning.
Goldberg!
We're seconds away from the Rumble.
Rapid City will never be the same.
Goldberg t-shirts, Goldberg, they paint themselves for Goldberg. And we await the arrival, like none other in our sport, trying to continue the win streak, Mike, which is now.
After the Battle Royal victory at Road Wild, the record stands at 130-0. The win streak, the world's heavyweight title, both on the line.
Don't go anywhere. It's right near, right at 10 o'clock Eastern time. We're gonna stay with this, or right near 11 o'clock Eastern time, actually. We're gonna stay with this as long as we can, until the very end, I'm told. So we're gonna go into overtime, past 11 o'clock Eastern time.
There's the man!
For Goldberg and Ming, in an unprecedented, never-before matchup with members of the NWO at ringside. Do we ever think we'd see something like this happen?
This is going to be one heck of a fight, gentlemen.
It's going to be a great fight in the ring. We know that because of the combatants. It's going to be very interesting outside of the ring as well.
And now, making his way to the ring, wearing black and weighing in at 290.5 pounds. This is the man who has been victorious in 130 consecutive matches without a loss. This is the man who has captured a cult following like no other in wrestling history. This is the man who is the reigning and defending, undefeated, undisputed WCW and WO heavyweight champion of the world. This man is Goldberg.
Look at the forehead, and you can tell Locker has a big dent in it.
Buffer was right. This is the man.
Luger, Sting, Conan's out there now. Big Sexy's out. Members of the black and the white out as well. And Ming is wasting no time. He is going to go at Goldberg with what he knows best. Palm thrust to take him back. Knife edge chops. He is trying to level Goldberg. And how about this flurry by Ming in the opening moments of the match? Goldberg comes back, but can't get him down.
Goldberg's got to realize now he's not wrestling the average athlete in there. He's wrestling a savage. He's wrestling a man that'll do anything. He's wrestling a man that you can pound on, beat on all day long, and all that man will do is come back at you. Seems to be having a little conversation there with Hollywood and the black and white from the NWO.
The black and white did not attack. They encouraged Ming to use the Tongan death grip is what they did. Reverse spin kick. And a great takedown.
Great takedown.
Goldberg going to the leg.
Well, that move out of his Sambo training as he works over the knee and the ankle of Ming. Oh! Critical
Bad neighborhood.
air.
Bad neighborhood. Goldberg, you got to get out of there.
Look what they do to Goldberg.
NWO black and white, a 3-on-1 attack, and here comes the Wolfpack.
Wolfpack Impact pulling the black and white off of Goldberg.
Goldberg's back in now.
As the fight goes on the outside, Goldberg climbs to the rope.
He's got the grip.
He's got it on him.
Tongue and death grip applied, and look at Goldberg try and fight back.
Nobody's ever gotten out of this.
Oh, he goes down.
He goes down. This could go.
Did he win it? Did he give it up?
Ming pulled away, I guess, thinking he won it. It's not over yet.
There's the spear.
But can he get him up after having that tongue and death grip on his neck?
You're going to get your answer in a second.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
He's going for 131. Out of the tongue and death grip. Into the jackhammer. It's Goldberg again.
131. And Zip, the man, retains the championship of the world.
Watch out. Hogan's got a chair. And he's trying to get behind Goldberg.
He's sneaking behind him. You don't want to go in the red and black area.
Yeah, they have a fight going on themselves.
Watch Hogan. Watch Hogan right now.
Oh, is he dangerous?
Hogan's got the chair. Oh, my goodness.
From behind.
From behind, and here comes Nash. Hogan hit the chair.
How about that? Kevin Nash made the save. Took the chair away from Hogan.
Wait a minute. Goldberg thinks Nash did it.
That's it. He's going after Nash. He speared Nash. Nash didn't hit him. It was Hogan.
It was Hogan. You got the wrong guy.
We'll see you, fans.